finals are calling. Welcome back. It's GLL time. Wingman Series 7, Week 3. That's why I said the finals are calling, because that's actually the last play day to decide if you're in the top 16 and have a shot at the big money. My name is GRunner. With me I got Talha. Same combination as yesterday. That also means you can expect the same crazy action all night long.
Yeah, it is week 3. We just did South America yesterday, and now we're heading over across the big pond to do EU. And like Renee did just say, this is your final chance to try and squeeze your way into that top 16. Don't forget there are 2 lobbies. You've got Maverick and Goose. So it's not just 32 teams. You're actually playing against 64 teams, and they're all ranked against each other. You get in the top 16, you get invited to the Wingman finals, which is for $40,000 US. That's the prize pool. And we're going to be joining up the CIS and Turkey region with EU. So it's all to fight for everything or nothing. Yesterday, we saw a lot of the top teams already at the top playing alright games. Some of them still playing superb games. In fact, I love the South American games. I did.
Definitely.
But of course, right at the bottom, there were a few teams that were still unsure whether they're going to stay in this top 16. And we saw one team lose out just by a couple of points.
Yeah, we'll see if that's the same for the European region. If you're unfamiliar with Wingman, let's bring up the schedule first. And obviously, it's duos. That's why it's called Wingman. Means there's no squad, no 3 people that could pick you up. It's only one, your best friend. And with them, you want to hit the top 16 today. Week 3, that means best of 4. Exactly where we're at. E and M stands for Erangel and Miramar. So we played 2 times Erangel, then head over to 2 times Miramar. That's the same that we did with the South American region yesterday.
Yep, so 2 Erangel, 2 Miramar, nice and easy, and of course these are the most played maps right now. No Vikendi or Sandhawk just yet, but hopefully in the future, one can dream. But, and this is the big but, the scores, the point system is exactly what matters. You can see first place, nothing's changed from the previous weeks, but if you're just tuning in, first place bags you a whole 20 points. Second place, 6 points behind is 14 points, and then the third is 13, and then you can see all the way down, each placement is 1 point difference. And the big part about the Wingman series is that the kills are 2 points each. So 1 kill can take you a whole placement above, in fact 2 placements above. So just like the super settings that we have in many of the Pro League settings and what all the tournament users use now, this is very similar to that, but more defined on a Wingman scale for just 2 players. And we have seen this, you can come 8th with a hell load of kills and still end up 2nd. So that's how important kills are in this point system.
They're definitely important. It's so important that you get your crosshair on the hat from your enemies, at least if you want to score some points. And the teams that want to score points today to get in the top 16, we'll bring them right up on your screen so you guys are well aware of what's happening tonight and who might go through to the big final. Has a shot at the share of 40,000 in our finals later this month. Here we go. So that's the lobby we're taking care of today. And the Cowboys, I saw them in the previous season already. Stella kind of rings a bell to me. Killer Instinct I had before, and there was wait, where's I'm looking for a specific team and I can't even find it. You know that moment you're looking at it and you're like, wait, where is it? Oh, there, Extends Duo on the right, 21st listed here.
So we've got Gakka Boys, we've also got Quick Match. Keep calling them Quick Math, but Quick Match in this lobby. Well, I mean, the logo says Quick Math. I'm pretty sure it does, unless my eyes deceive me. We've also got 4 Quid Silver, so another team that me and Paula did last week, really putting out some impressive games. Existence Duo as well, they're in the 21st position. And how would you say, is it Weerwolf? Me and Paula could never get this right. It's a team name. It's WIUUUWOF. Weerwolf.
Oh, you look like Weerwolf.
Weerwolf. But no, I mean, again, I have to just also say this. A lot of the players in the EU Wingman series do also play in the PEL and Contenders.
Yeah.
I think altogether with EU and NA, 80% of the players taking part in Wingman are in fact Pro League or Contenders players. So we've got some high competition there. But, this is a big but. How many buts? Don't know, but we're going to keep going with the buts. If you're not a Pro League player, and we did see one team, they weren't Pro League, they weren't Contenders, and they were absolutely demolishing the entire pitch, as I like to call it. Erangel and Miramar, demolishing. And this is your chance this is your chance to prove yourself as one of those high top players, hopefully get picked up and play in the Pro League. But let's look at the total points that all the teams are standing on currently. So, of course, this is both the lobbies combined. And in first place, we've got YMCA Esports with 142 points. So they've got a 9-point lead, pretty much, from the Clash... Oh, God, I do love you guys and your team names. We're going to call it the Clash Go. With 133 points. Quick Match in third place with 127. 123 of Beauty and the Beast. Gatka Boys, which is going to be in our lobby, 112. But the most important ones, let's just skip all the way down to about 16th place. 81 points. 17th, 18th, and 19th, they're not that far behind. They're all 76 and 75. So these teams, well, in fact, going all the way down to position 25, all of these teams are going to be fighting for that top 16. And you can see from 11 down to 16, they're not that far ahead. It's only 10 points ahead. So it is everything or nothing for a lot of these duos. Everything or nothing this week. Week 3, the final week to get yourself qualified for the grand finals next week, is going to be one heck of a game. Well, one heck of 4 games.
Yeah, Look, if you actually push that button, people
we're
also
professionals,
hear you.
by the way.
Yes. Yeah, I just want to show off technology here. It's also a touchpad.
Yeah,
so that's really cool. That's why I really like to touch it. Never mind though, it's duos. You said that already. You don't need to be contenders or Pro League.
Exactly.
Actually, because it's so different to squads. We talked about that yesterday. There's only one team that can pick you up. Getting third party is a completely different thing. You get spotted easier because they see you. They might see a second. That's it. There's no one else. They don't need to feel like there could be another duo sitting right next to them, unless it's third party.
Yeah.
Which changed a lot of your ways. Yesterday, we saw a lot of teams really pushing for it. They got the first contact, and instead of setting up, rotating, whatever, they went for it. They committed to the fight, and it seems like, at least for the South American region, that was the way of winning matches and getting kills.
Absolutely. In South America, what we saw was one team getting a knock about 200 meters away, and instantly with that knock, they would push that 200 meters as fast as they could. And it would be an open field, especially Miramar, where it's so open and dense, well, not dense, but so open and flat. A lot of the teams, I think we saw, the name completely comes out of my head, but they started pushing across this open desert field, and they're not getting punished for it. But in EU, we might see some of that come out today, just a lot of these aggressive pushes. But also, just as you said, Renee, when you play in squads, you're waiting, you're trying to get the information, you see one and you're like, okay, where's the other one, where's the third, and where's the fourth? Whereas in duos and Wingman, you're only looking for one, and as soon as you see the second one, you're like, right, we've got them all, let's go, let's take the fights. And with that, also a little thing that I mentioned, with squads, you have the same amount of teams, but you have less, well, no, you have the same amount of players, but you have less teams. Whereas in duos, you have the same amount of players, but you have more teams. So the economy on the map that's available becomes very little and very low. So we're going to see a lot of hot drops. We're going to see many teams, especially in EU, we're going to see many teams fighting for Pachinki, the Yasnaya place, Rozhok as well. And just so much aggression. It should be, especially being the last week.
I'm looking forward to that because yesterday I have to say, since you now mentioned Pachinki, yesterday we never saw Pachinki being a hot drop.
No.
We saw two specific teams always being there, and they had early kills, but the rest was more spread out. But on the other side, you're right. You might got a circle, and it's the same amount of people in as you would see in squads, but they're all playing for different teams, which means there's way more interaction between the different teams because they can all you shoot once, and you might make yourself aware to the next 6 teams right next to you, which makes it a lot harder. There's no one that can watch your back because if you're both concentrating on the duo in front of you, who should watch the flanks? Who should actually go for it? Who should lay down and just check other angles and all that? It's not going to happen. It's a duo.
Absolutely. In duos, you're just restricted to just 2 people having to watch a full 360-degree view from where you are, whereas in squads, you can send your duo up to take a fight, take some pop shots, and then you have the other 2 still watching the flank, or even one watching the flank. And especially in duos, as soon as you hear a fight that's happening near you, you want to get involved because of how important, well, how heavily weighted the kill points are. You want to go for those fights, and if you can hear a fight happening, you can come in and get the last hits on them, and, you know, easy 2 points. Easy 2 points, 4 points maybe. And especially with that, as soon as you get those 4 points, you've got yourself another placement because you wiped another team. So it's absolutely worth going for those fights. We're a minute away from the game starting. Hopefully very soon we're going to get into game 1. It's going to be an Orangle. It is EU, and I'm excited, Renee. I'm excited. I really, really hope that we're going to see a more aggressive EU come out. Honestly, I really hope we see a really aggressive EU come out, especially the teams that are in contention for the top 16. Some of them should be pushing, some of them should be fighting, and a lot of them should also be playing a bit passive but choosing what fights to take, and will have to be very methodical. But here we go. Game number 1 of the GLL Wingman Series 7 has started. This is the final week, week 3. We're on Erangel, and I think this is a very, very middle plane. Yeah, it's going straight from south up to north. So yes, Sosnoska Island is definitely on the table for a lot of these. Well, we see 2 teams going there, but everywhere is very obtainable for all the teams, and we can see the nice split down the middle, everyone going towards their respective places. Pachinki actually only being given to 1 team at the moment.
Obviously, this is still the, let's call it now the classic Erangel, even if the new version probably hits the servers probably tomorrow in the test servers.
It's in the test servers, yeah.
So this is still the classic one. Don't worry, guys. It's not like you need to rant in the chat right now for what's happening and what changed. Nothing changed. Here we see Extends with Quick and Truckee. They go up to Severny. That's actually a place where I saw them starting, I think, in week 1 already. And when we'll see doing it with Parla. So well, they got the circle bit down to south, and that is a truck already getting shot over there from a Quick Match. There at school, it seems. And Arenas tries to have a quick look at the apartments. Obviously, he's looting up first. Yesterday, though, at 1:30 or latest 2 minutes, we already had 1 or 2 kills every single round. So it seems like EU is slightly slow with getting things started.
No, EU, the more, I wouldn't say, it would be rude of me if I said that EU is more methodical than South America. I mean, it's just a different playstyle. It absolutely is a different playstyle. There's less aggression at the start of the game. EU teams understand, and EU players understand that taking the fights early on, as soon as you land, is an RNG fest. It's whoever gets the better connection as they land, because of course, don't forget, this is online. It's not LAN, it's online, and sometimes you might not have the best connection. And at the start of PUBG, especially when you're dropping down, the connection just needs to kind of slow down a bit, because there's 64 players just jumping out of the plane at the same time. It can be a bit laggy. So you don't want to take the fights, you want to be by yourself, you want to get into a building without having the RNG aspect of, do I get a gun or not, or does he get a better gun than me, and then let's go fight. But we saw that a lot in the South American region. Teams hot dropping each other, going in, one guy getting an Uzi, one guy getting an M4, but we also saw that the Uzi comes out on top there. But here, EU, they like to spread out, and they won't contest a position if they can see another team dropping there. You can see Alex and Spas. They've got Sosnoska Military all to themselves. Another place that's getting a good update. I'm very excited to see the update, what it has in store, and how that will change up the competitive environment, especially. What I would like to see, Renee, is an area on Erangel that is very densely populated with trees, like the northern part of Mansion. I would like to see but on a much bigger scale. Just in an area. It doesn't have to be the whole map, but just in an area, because I love those forest woody fights. It really, really takes everything up close range. As you can see right now, Call Me Marco, PUBG, especially in the competitive environment, is very medium to long range fights, and very rarely do we see close range fights unless it's ending in a city or people are being crashed. And I think true skill comes out when you are in close quarters combat.
Yes, Zamaski definitely got spotted here by Call Me Marco, that's for sure. Sees him in the building there, but not taking a shot yet. But I also think that he got spotted the other way around. No, he didn't. All right, Zamaski just running out of that building, not caring about Call Me Marco up on that small hill at all. We see Maro and Marcelek having a quick road trip with their Dutchies to head over to the next region, but Arsho is down there.
And he's running in the open.
Look at that. It's Usain Bolt just being all alone on a huge field, but no one shooting at him yet. Well, we see our first knock at least. It's Trock getting knocked out by Quick Match to...
Tuho Yuho, yeah. Look at
Tuho
this.
Yuho, yeah.
Marco spots Arsho running out in the open, hits 2 shots, and Arsho's taken down very low. And with those shots, you're going to get the 2 people up on that hill. They're going to turn around and see what the fuss is about, and they might spot Arsho. But no, Marco gets the shot into Arsho, and I think Marco gets tagged up by those 2 players up on the hill. He's going to flush him out so he can confirm those points to himself. 7 HP left. He's going to heal up, and just like that, Zmeski, he's down to 1 player at the moment. Look at Maro. He's looking for Call Me Marco at the moment. I don't think they're aware. This is a very good position that these two players have. It gives you full view of everything around in Pochinki, the fields in Pochinki as well, and that southern area. And also with the dips, you are kind of protected from all angles. So it's a very good area to take. We didn't see much use of this area in the South American region.
I was just so surprised that he didn't spot Marco on that hill, which cost his teammate then his life. That was kind of crucial and quick passing, an enemy not being aware of that, while we see a bit of action over here at apartments. I love the apartments block in terms of loot. It's nightmare to fight there, especially duos. There's so much space, so many buildings, so many windows someone could peek out of and actually get a shot at you. It's crazy. Truck might be... Oh, he will be picked up again. So Tuhu not getting his first kill, only that knock, but might find a second one. It's coming into the building. So he's been taken out by Shady immediately while he's looking into that building. He wanted to ensure that he gets the kill and the first 2 points for his team, but instead he found himself on the knees, and I think Shady will just flush him out now.
Yeah, where's his wingman? Absolutely, where is his wingman? He shouldn't be pushing up. Well, I mean, you have the knock and you can make that push, but you know, you're so far away from your wingman who's looting Watertown right now. Mise, and these are two really good players, and I'm surprised. Tuhoyu nearly won that fight. If you could get that knock on the stairs, that doesn't matter. It is the other person that's peeking out, and he landed the headshot, Renee. He landed it, and if just one more bullet connected, he would have won that fight easily. But unfortunately for him, he does fall, and Mise is left to his lonesome right now. Roxy God is just on a little rotation. Caminella was rotating just behind. Bruskel, the aggressive Polacs, being aggressive, raining down some 5.56 ammunition over the top of their heads. Going in, Estefy. Also, so you can see the early rotations coming in. It's not a bad circle, in all honesty. It's not that rough, so no big, hard, risky rotations that need to be taken. You just need to get in to a better position. And of course, these two teams that are on Sosnovska Island, they can just hold out a bit. They don't have to cross early. But with waiting to cross also lets teams kind of get set up on the other side of the bridge. So you don't want to leave it too late. My dudes, OPG and his teammate pushing up, one player just hiding. Okay, right. Chinapi. Well, it's going to be Piscot that takes down Estefy. Estefy pushes and doesn't spot Piscot, probably playing a different res, just out of the corner of his eye right there. But we've seen Piscot and Chinapi play this compound really well. In one of the games last week, they nearly took the win.
Yeah, Reitz is just leaving his teammate behind. Nowhere near to pick him up. So we see Piscot actually getting that kill against Estefy. That's the fight we just had on our cameras. Before that, it seems like he got quite an interest in a small shack over there. I wonder if Quick and Trucky came into any fight yet, but then they're still around like Roshrock School, the area. We see that's the orange team all the way up. Oppie and Bram kind of sounds Dutch to me, I have to say.
What's going on
further down. Bram is normally a Dutch name.
Bram.
Yeah.
Oh, is it Bram? I would say Bram.
No, it's Bram. At least
my English accent.
Yeah, I'm German, so it could be wrong on Dutch. Not judging.
Oh, this is interesting, right? So you've got Call Me Marco pushing in from one angle, and I think OPG and Bram have seen Rax, or they do know that about Rax's whereabouts, so they're kind of getting up and they're looking in the direction of Rax at the moment. But Marco and Rax are trying to make a slow push onto the petrol station and see if they can get an angle. And we've already seen Marco. He's picked up one kill for his team, and now Rax is going to close the gap. He's got a vehicle. He doesn't want to get into it, gives away his position, but they know exactly where Bram and OPG are.
I liked how he played the hill before. We saw it when he got the long shot down when Shematsky's teammate tried to cross over. And that was the first kill for Call Me Marco, the one that they currently have here, the Dream Duo. Obviously, only one kill so far for the top team's Killer Instinct, Arena's duo, and the Dream Duo that we just had on camera. Now, was someone was shooting at Rax. Definitely a shot at Rax. But Call Me Marco is still sitting it out there right next to Oppie and Bram. So it might be interesting. Borland, we saw him. He was passing earlier on a motorbike and didn't got any damage, which was kind of surprising to me, I have to say, because I was pretty sure that's the end for him. While Roxy now drops Bruxel. It's another drop, but not a kill so far. It seems like we're really starting slow into this. Like, as you said, it's more planned out, less aggressive. Arp gets Pluto. It's another knock at least.
Yeah, this is something worth mentioning. If you can just look at your top right, 23 teams, 41 alive. I think we've only seen about 2-3 kills so far. So unfortunately, only 23 duos have made it into the game. Probably some connection issues right there. Of course, don't forget this is not at LAN. But nonetheless, we're going to continue this game and carry on. You can see Vorix now joining in the fight. Well, not joining in the fight, starting the fight against OPG and Bram. And Reverus holding the backside. Vorix gets tagged up. 70 HP left on him. He's behind a very thin tree, so you have to get into better cover. 3 HP, it's not looking that great for him. But he's got the cover of the smoke. Nade's coming out. He needs Reverus to come in and give him some covering fire right now, but he hasn't got a great angle. OPG might peek through the little gate, but Reverus gets behind cover. He's been spotted as well, and he falls to 12 HP. And now, Picarda Power Rangers, they need to back out of this fight. They've committed too much. They're too far forward, and oh, look at that. OPG has such a clean angle. It's going to be so hard for Reverus to get out of there. He's going to need to use the smoke. That's a waste of a smoke as well at this stage of the game. You don't want to lose utility like that. He's going to get tagged up. 27. Going to hit another 27. Falls low, but just makes it over the edge of the hill. And they're going to be a bit safe. But now that you know that you've got the likes of OPG and Bram holding out the petrol station, what do? You take the hill that you're currently on, knowing that everyone else is going to be trying to rotate. If the circle does go south, it doesn't. It kind of donuts in nice and center. So all the positions are still in. Not much movement needs to happen. But at this stage, what you need to do is look for the compound that you want and crash it and take it, because it's going to matter so much. You can see MJ Tahuka. He's taken the Harry Potter in the middle of Pochinki Fields. And Vorix gets tagged up one last time before getting out of there.
Yeah, it seems like Brahm and his team had a really strong position there at the gas station. They played that for very long. Now we see them actually moving out of it. Vorix might even take a shot here on Brahm. He's on the bike, but once again not connecting any of them. Got himself a buggy as well, so that's good. They're mobile. That's always a good thing to work with. We see Hellcat actually taking some shots at Trucky and Quick, while Quick drops Spars on top. Or is it Spars? Because it's actually a German word. So it could be a lot with Alex down there. There's the grenade coming by Quick that might even hit the target spot on. Let's see if it works. No. Oh, did it went a bit too far, though?
I think it just bounced
just
a bit
because
over.
Spars is right next to the shack. Alex is in the back. He obviously tries to get to his teammate, as there's a chance for him to pick him up again, since there's no direct line of a sight nor a weapon range, basically. Trucky now another smoke to kind of try to make him move a bit easier. They also got the crate. So Trucky on the map to the right. Just had a quick look at that crate. And now with that, Spars is probably out of this. Yeah, easy one for Quick. Super close to it, and Alex seems to be on the way out. Yeah, not even going for his teammate, not trying to pick him up, not trying to rest him at all. He just took his legs in his hands and ran off, basically. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. So you don't really want to face them as long as you're not feeling confident in the position you have.
Yeah, of course. No, like I said yesterday, it's all about being able to show confidence. Right now, Vital, he's being pushed by 2 guys at the moment. You've got Chili G at the bottom, and he peeks out the window, tries to get a couple of shots off, but it doesn't happen. The nade comes in, and they're just playing around and messing with his mind. Now, this is one of the hardest buildings to push, especially up the stairs. Everyone gets funneled up, and Vital's holding such a good angle. You need to utilize your smokes, your flashbangs, and you can see that first smoke is going to go at the top of the stairs. It's going to block his sight, and maybe one can get through, get knocked, but the second one, they definitely won't be aware. Well, Vital won't be aware for it. Now, Vital needs to make a play here. He gets flashbang, but it doesn't connect. So Vital is now struggling. He doesn't even have time to pop a booster. The team below him, they managed to make their way into the building. And all the windows here are all barred metal, so he can't even jump out. Marcelek and Morrow, they finish up Mr. Ted and Ab. So they're out of the game. Nice 4 points for them. Back onto Vital. Yeah, so you can see how hard it is.
He's struggling with visibility. There's obviously down there waiting with his teammate to just basically trying to smoke him out of the building, you know, like an insect. He's trying to get rid of him. Vital having a quick look down the stairs. There's obviously no one to hit. Kuraki is still waiting down there. He's popping another nade in there. It's another smoke. So Vital has to decide at one point if he wants to move up. He's obviously not in the circle.
Oh no.
That was a good look.
I think he must have tagged him up, but I think that team's being pushed by another team coming in from the other side of the hill, unless we just saw a marker really far away. But that fight literally will be a stalemate for so long until one of the teams commits to a push. And I don't think Vital is going to do it. It's a 1 versus 2. He just needs to hold the stairs, and he knows that nothing's going to happen there. Marcelek picks up yet another kill, finishes off Alex, and that is Executive Duos eliminated in 22nd place. Right now, Cobra. Oh, I was going to read the team name. Cob, Rax, Tan. They're making the rotation in. You can see the circle has kind of shifted towards the west side, but Pachinki's still in, and all this hilly area as well, Pachinki Hill. It might actually just finish at Pachinki Hill. So all these teams, the next circle will decide, and all these teams will start making a massive beeline push to get onto that hill. Everyone wants a bit of that hill action while we go in there. Pachinki, a bit of it might be in the next circle, but you can see how much of a stalemate this is. They're just waiting for Vital to make the Vital peak.
He has to go. They're obviously in blue already, as you can see on the map. And Vital wants to move up, but you got Kuriki and still Chilik just sitting out there. Now Chilik onto the car. There might be a chance for Vital. I mean, he hears that. He hears the car moving. Yeah. So he hopes that both are leaving. Yeah, both take a car each. So Vital finally can move out and tries to get away as quick as possible because, yeah, dude, you got some meters in front of you. You really need to get closer to the ring. It's not that hard though. It's like
now this is terrible. So they've spent all this time in the blue trying to fight Vital, and as soon as they come in, they just get sprayed down.
Marselect, that car is empty. Still going for it. That Dacia is super risky.
No, they don't know that. They don't know that because the other player died in the blue. The other player died from the blue, so they have no idea. They've only got one kill, but they should have known by that. You know, getting that confirmed kill, there is only one person left. Roxy God takes down Irinus. Yep. Roxy God and Calamella, they take down Irinus, and that's 4 points for them. Existence Trucky gets taken down on the rotation. Now, Quick needs to be quicker on his rotation if he doesn't want to get sniped at the moment. You can see...
Is he running?
Tahuka holding the hill, sprays down Marselek, holding that. He's going to throw a nade for good measure. Maro's going to come around the side. Maybe that's going to... I think that nade does connect, so he gets the flush. Oh, it doesn't connect fully. It does a bit of damage. And now Maro, he's closed the gap. He has to take this fight on, but you can see how aggressive Tahuka's being.
Quick is also out. That means the Extens duo is not with us anymore. Tahuka, he might not saw that, but Vital is also coming around. If Vital actually takes a peek at them, he could have both of them. While Tahuka with that grenade might get another 2 for him. Nope. So far, no kills for MJ Captains. I mean, he's also spawned alone, so there was no teammate with him. But he's really doing good right now to get Maro and Marselek. But it wasn't enough in the end. Marselek connecting some shots. And with that, the Bonzo clan eliminates the second team already because they had one prior, and they're currently leading the kill track with 5 kills.
And now the person who had the roughest time in the blue has managed to make his way and survive a lot longer than the 2 teams that were just camping the edge of the circle, and he might actually just make it into the circle for the next zone. You can see everyone's now playing towards the edge. We saw a lot of kills being traded off while that fight was happening. We saw Calamella, he lost his teammate. Roxy God is out, but they did do a 1-for-1 trade at the moment. And now Calamella, he's on his solo. And you can see Morpheus also gets taken down by Vilda, and Archie does get dropped. But he's going to get rezzed. Ooh, call me Marco. Trying to take down Maro.
But Maro, that flip was worthy a Hollywood movie.
Calamella takes down Vilden, so now Archie and Vilden, they have fallen. Morpheus gets the picks there. Oh, God,
that shack was already occupied, man. Ballin was sitting there for ages on the map without a teammate. He was sitting there for ages, and someone just knocked at his door. He didn't answer. They thought like, that one is still up for grabs, but it wasn't. Ballin just with a rifle right in his face.
Oh, it's Cobra Toxin. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, I know how to say the team name now. Cobra Toxin. There we go.
Cobra Toxin. Yeah, it's like the Cobra.
The toxin from the Cobra.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be.
3 nades, 3 smokes. You've got nice utility. You've also got your economy there in the first aids.
Is 3 smokes nowadays enough?
No.
With actually how you see how they play it?
Absolutely not. You need, you're going to need a lot more smokes than that, but it's how much do you carry? I think a lot of like pro league players have found you don't need to carry that much ammo because everyone's going to be carrying at least 1 or 2 mags. You carry 1 or 2 mags and you fill up your backpack with like 7 nades, 5 smokes. And if you win that fight with your nades, not a lot of ammo was used. If you do win a fight with ammo, then you just go pick up the remaining ammo that's left. You only need the ammo for the fights, but it's all about the nades because of how strong the nades are. Like I said yesterday, your armor that you wear has no impact on the nades. The nades pretty much do true damage, and it gives you so much range, and especially in areas where, behind walls or behind ridges, you can get nades and do a lot of damage there. And plus, it is such a deafening sound, and it lasts for so long. Piscott, he's going to take down Free Kill. He falls really low, but the teammate, Signs, comes around the corner and finishes him off for good measure. And Free Kill, he's going to survive another day, but Piscott, that is YMCA Esports, our top team at the current moment. They do get out, and now Rax trying to flush out Ballin, and Ballin does fall to the grenade. Oh, he doesn't fall to
No,
the grenade.
yeah,
it was Call Me Marco.
Yeah, that was the backup shot from the hill. I was just wondering, when we talked about behind walls, and then we saw the previous fight, that he was laying behind that wall for ages, listening to both guys right around. And Noble might run into Kalimela right here. He's waiting a long, long time, and he's not taking the shots right. Missing the hat on the way up the hill, and now he gets flushed from the back. That was unfortunate. That is actually life punishing you immediately, basically.
Yeah, and the unfortunate thing was that the blue was coming in as well, so Noble, he did get tagged up very low, and the blue just hit him, and he drops him. No 2 points for Kalimela, but he could have done that a lot sooner from what we saw, line up the headshot, and he could have just waited a bit longer for the other teammate to come around, but now unknown, he's going to start getting tagged up by Sakura. That's another one. Oh, sorry. YMCA Esports is still up.
Yeah, that's Reverse and his teammate there. Signs and free kill. They had a kill, not a free one though. Just like a minute earlier. Braum finds Vorix. That's another drop, but not yet a kill. Obviously, we talked about that so much. It's important to get those kills, and you don't want anyone to steal them, because it's 2 points that you lose immediately. Braum and OP, what do you say? It's Opje in Dutch, but you say...
I think it's OPG.
OPG.
I'm fairly certain it's OPG.
I'll go with OPG then, that's fine.
It's been a player in PUBG since the start, really, and yeah, I would...
But it's also a word, that's why I was confused in the beginning. But
I definitely put money on that. It's OPG.
Yeah,
That's a good
OPG,
nade. It takes Vorix down. Reich's coming in from the behind. He throws another one. And Reverus, he's the last one remaining. And Reich's, now the problem is Vorix and Reverus, they're now sandwiched between Signs and Free Kill. And that smoke is expiring, but Signs and Free Kill, they've got hard cover there and that blown up UAZ. And now Reich's is going to take the wide peak, throws the smoke in front. He's going to get rid of the UAZ. That gives Vorix and Reverus some hard cover as well. Reich's, he has to push. The blue is coming up and creeping up behind him right now. You can see Sampula and Sakura. They can see this cluster fight happening in the field, and they just want to get involved. It's just easy damage.
I'm not sure if they really want to get involved, because obviously that gives away their position. Sampula, though, does it now. Find Vorix. That's and another drop.
The knockdown,
they got Free Kill and Sign sitting basically on the open. They got some hard cover. You set there, but only in one direction, basically. So Sampula and Sakura have a way better look at them from that hill. But they now go in on rotate, and they could actually stumble across Vital. The poor guy that was stuck in that house so long with all the smoke grenades.
Props to him, man.
Yeah,
he
he's
survived
still alive.
so long. Top 10.
He's still with us. That's the important part. Rex and Call Me Marco. So Braum is fighting with Call Me Marco. That might give Rex the chance to actually get closer without being... Oh, look at Rex. He's sitting right next to them.
He's in the smoke, and he's crawled up so close to them. And right now, you've got the likes of Sampula and Sakura up on the hill, just raining down hellfire, and Reich spots both of them, takes them out nice and easy. Spray transfer, and Reich picks himself up 4 points just like that, and it's 3-0-3. So that's the first 2 kills that they've got, and it's all on his solo, but he's now stuck in an open field. He is in the zone, he can wait, and because he's got those bodies, he can just freshen up his meds, he can freshen up his armor if he didn't destroy them that much, and most importantly, for a field finish like this right now, you need smoke. Sakura and Sampula, they're going to start joining in the fight. Vital is now behind them. They have no idea that he's there.
Yeah, like Sakura just got another kill, so that's another 2 points for YMCA, but Vital could be the one that has a huge impact on YMCA right now. He's lining up the shots. That is... Oh, come on, that was the clear hat. Go for it. Oh, take it. Rex getting killed by blue, it seems. No,
I guess not by the blue, but OPG
is helping out to make sure that he finds his way to hell. But Vital, he had the chance there to take out the top team. Right here, it's only 7 teams left. Obviously, Vital is alone for a long time.
He didn't have the information that we had. We knew that they're both one tap as well, and he could have just pam taken them out. But it does give away his position to everyone else that's in the circle. But again, he doesn't have that information either. He doesn't know if Call Me Marco has anyone else, but Call Me Marco forces Sakura. And look at that push, the aggressiveness. YMCA Esports are just completely dominating that. And honestly, I think now Vital is playing this in the most clever way possible. He knows that they're not watching behind. He knows that he's safe. They have this false sense of security that no one is behind them. And because they are the top team and he's figured that out, he's going to let them wipe everyone else out and he's going to come in for the last 2 kills. Hopefully that is the plan, and then that should be the game plan for him as a solo.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that with YMCA coming around that corner and having 2 or 3 kills from there already. As you said, they feel kind of safe because I think they're in control of that region, at least right now on the map. It's a lot of open field as you see OPG currently just running around and having a quick look, but it's so hard to spot someone here. Reichs is still over there, and we know he can be deadly from that direction. Signs and free kill still around, and I have to say props to them because they had been in an awful position. When this circle came in, they were always in the middle. They were already in 2 fights. We saw that, I think it was free kill. He was nearly dead already. And they're still alive. There's still 2 of them. And the only other team is YMCA, right? That's the only other duo that's still alive. No. Bram and OPG,
and look at
are
this.
also
Rikes has spotted Bram out, so he knows that there's a team in that direction. Just looking from his behind. If he can get a knock there, I think Sakura and Sampula will definitely make a push towards it right now. Sampula shooting at Mise, so they're clearing it up. Bram does get knocked by Rikes. A good shot coming out of the M24, and it was silenced as well, so it'd be very hard to figure out where those shots are coming from, especially when you've got Sakura and Sampula right behind up close like that. And look at this, Sampula's running towards Vital. Vital's making like a bush at the moment. He's going to get into the UAS, drive it in, make some more cover. Vital, he isn't going to go for it right now. He might be able to pick up Sakura, actually, because Sakura's going to be solo. He knows this. He aims. Oh no, he's not good. He is playing with fire, Renee. He is absolutely playing with fire.
I'm just really afraid that he tries to be safe right now and not making too much fuss about his position, but that someone just stumbles across him and kills him immediately.
Yeah, but no one's going to stumble across him. No one will. He's got such a low hill.
I'm not sure.
And he's falling in. But
look at Sampula and Sakura now moving into the circle, which means they know that someone could actually rotate around them and be on their back.
Well, you would think so, but you have 9 alive that's coming up on your screen right now. You've seen Mise. You know that you've got OPG and them on the other side. And look at this, Sampula already going for the push, and he's going to get the spray up. But in fact, Sampula falls really low. Mise is he's gone. He's wiped out of the game. Free kill gets into a fight. Rikes takes down Bram as OPG finishes off free kill. And now this is when you have Vital, because Sakura and Sampula have pushed up and they've gone back there like so many times. They don't think that anyone else should be there. And this is going to work in his favor, but now they're so far away from him. Look at that spray with a 3x. Sakura holds it down, taking Signs down to about 50 HP. Free kill closing the gap as well.
And that grenade definitely not connecting anywhere because they're rotating the other way around. It seems like Free Kill has a great shot on Sakura, and he downs him. That means Sampula is now the one that has to step into action. YMCA obviously on 6 kills, and from the top group, that will secure them the most points, for sure, with the 12 additional points from the 6 kills. But Sampula, he's not quite sure yet if he really wants to face Free Kill.
Yeah,
and Signs, they're taking their chances. They know now where Sampula is. They really want to push him, and they do so. They move forward. They got him below 50%, but so far still no one knows about Vital. Just sitting it out there. He's waiting.
Yeah, his timing, excuse the pun, will have to be vital at this point. You can now see Sampula is so far away from him that he doesn't actually have vision, but now he knows exactly where everyone should be. He's seen Sampula and Sakura drive off in that northwestern side of the circle, but he's just waiting now. It's all about, can Sampula get a knock? And while these two teams are busy, he's got a nice sideline view of both these teams fighting. And right now, Free Kill going in for the nade. Sampula using the bushes to make like a... Well, he gets completely headshotted. His head gets blown off. Free Kill, 50 HP, and Signs about 70 HP. And now it's a 1 versus 2. And my God, has Vital come off far away from, literally from the bottom, and now he's here. He doesn't have any kills, but like, you know, the 20 points you get from first place, that's enough. If you can get 2 kills there, that's 24 points, and that will just be enough to give him those extra points. For second place, 14 points when everyone else is getting, you know, well, the other team that comes, what am I saying? If Vital loses this, like if Vital wins this, Free Kill and Signs, they have 5 times, they have 10 points extra on that 14-point placement. So it's not, it's going to matter a lot for Vital to come first with those 2 extra, with those 4 points.
The problem for Vital now is that Free Kill and Signs actually survived because they are obviously looking in his direction. If it would still be Sampula, like the YMCA squad, they would probably not look around and see him on the back, so he would have been a way easier life. But now, they kind of know, like, because they think the same. There's no one behind us, so it definitely needs to be in front of us. But they're shooting in the wrong direction, though. And Vital takes the shot under Free Kill. He drops him right next to the Dacia. Now it's Signs that gets involved, and they take him down. Vital trying to play snake. He tried to be in this as long as possible, but full focus and backstab. Taking the win on round 1 here.
I'm really interested. I just want to see if Vital got the flush. I'm not too sure he did, so he didn't even get any 2 points for that. But look at that. Free Kill and Signs, 3 kills a pop right there, 6 kills in total, and that's how you play duos. You've got your wingman. You know, it's like they've been watching Top Gun, and they've got their they've got their Maverick ready. You know, they've got each other's backs, and you know, playing that really impressively, knowing that there's 2 versus 1, they take center circle. They're looking all around, and they're not clumping up together. So if one gets knocked, like Free Kill did, they have the other one to just react instantly, and we saw that from Signs, and they won that, and it's well deserved. But Vital, it would be great if you got a few kills, but that's what the position gives you. Like that, when you're solo, it is hard. He had many chances to get down Sakura and Sampula. But again, being in that situation, knowing that that's the top team, really good player. Sampula's been around in PUBG since the start. You want to keep them in the game as long as possible to wipe everyone else out. And that's exactly what they did. But unfortunately for him, just missed opportunities.
He wouldn't have won a lot even with killing them. He might get 1 kill out of that.
And then
they turned around and that's it. So Vital probably won way more with staying. We saw OPG and his teammate be long at that gas station. They actually got 1 or 2 kills even out of this. Hugo got Marsalek over there. That was the Dutch run. Yep, that ended up in a flip for Maro. I love that flip. You saw that. That was super impressive.
See, this is it. This could have been everything or nothing for Free Kill right there. They did nearly lose 1 player. And yeah, so a field finish. You do love a field finish. Insane nade by Rikes. Oh my god. It did a lot of damage there, and especially this push-up as well.
I just loved how YMCA played down that hill the whole time on the last circles. They came in so slow, and they were just taking the time to really win some ground here and there and pick only the fights that they really, really wanted.
Like, no matter what, if that circle is ending, if that circle has the Pachinki hill in it, if it goes to the field, you're up on the hill. You have the advantage. You can literally see every single person in the hill. And of course, because of the rendering distance of the grass, you can see any sort of snakes without the grass there. So you can just get some free kills on them. And even if that circle is going towards Pachinki, you still kind of want to be on that hill because you can see everyone else in the field running across. You'd rather be in Pachinki because you know eventually you're going to need to go into the buildings. But if it's going to go into that field, that hill is literally the best place. Rotating down into it is a bit challenging if you have someone like Vital, but if Vital had a teammate, then there would have been a fight there. But rotating into that field it's pretty easy from that hill.
And we saw YMCA, the current top team, coming up 3rd in Route 1, and Signs and Free Kill taking the win in Route 1, which means we're done with our first time visiting Erangel tonight in Week 3 of the EU Wingman Series 7. We're coming back right after the break with a second round. Round 1 was survival of the smartest, basically. Full force and backstab. Round 1. We are still in EU Wingman Series. That means it's duos. It's Week 3. And we're trying to figure out who are the top 16 that go through to the big final and get a share of 40k, or at least a shot of a share of 40k.
Man, I wish I could have a shot at a share of 40k. I should play Wingman. We should play Wingman.
No. We should.
No, we should. We make a great duo.
Like I said yesterday, if there would be an award for the first team that dies every single round and be consistent in that, definitely.
Okay, let's do it. I'm pretty sure we can ask GLL. They'll make rules for us where we can get points.
You think so?
Yeah, it might look a bit fixed though. But let's see what is fixed. The scores after the first game. And we're going to see exactly what teams are leading currently. So this is after game 1. Full focus and backstab. 6 kills. And 6 kills and 20 points for their placement gives them 32 points. A big game, a very big game. YMCA coming in their second, 13-point placement, coming third, 25 points, still 6 kills. So look at how much those kills have made a difference. So they've jumped an entire 2 places. Then you've got Kurz Pity Gen Frown. I'm pretty sure I said that right. 2 kills, 16 points. They are in third. But looking down, let's see who our teams are that are close to getting. You've written it down here. Moonwolf. So Werewolf. Okay, no, they went in, were they? Right. Okay. So a lot of teams.
You lost me there. You just going through different names.
Yeah, I am.
If you want to understand my list, these are the teams that are around position 15.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No.
And if they're like gaps in between, that means this is not.
Yeah, well, what I forgot, as we told the viewers, was we only started the game with 23 teams. So whether that is connection issues or some teams have already dropped out, that's different.
Not
we'll
willing
find out.
to face the challenge.
Yeah, 22 teams are going into this game, so of course we're not seeing a lot of teams take part this week. But Game 2 is starting. We're on Wrangle again. It is week 3, and a lot of these teams are still playing, and they're fighting for their chance to get into the grand finals, take on the CIS and Turkey region for $40,000 US. Renee, we've got a very northern plane going down to south. It's actually a very similar plane. Yeah, it's a very similar plane from last.
Yeah, definitely.
It
nearly passed the same point. It's just the other way around. Last time we went south-north, and this time we go down from north to the south. But instead of having extends with Truckee and Quick on top of Severny, we now see the Quick Match guys being up there. Arp found Stolber, while his teammate is having a quick look at Yasnaya. And where's our winner from last time? Science and Freakle. You see them on the east of Georgia Pool right now. So between Georgia Pool and Rushhawk. Vital is there as well with Bluto. We didn't saw much from his teammate though, because he died early on. So that is the winner from last time. Full focus and backstab. They are I'm not right sure. Did he really want to land there? Did he miss a car? Why is he still running around while his teammate is still on the parachute?
I think they're going for a little split loot. They're trying to, because in duos the circle could go literally anywhere at the start. Yeah. You've got less people on your team, but he actually has dropped in the middle of nowhere. I think they were trying to go for a car. And,
it doesn't really look like that was planned at all. While the circle now gets even shooting range still in there. Rostock in there. That's nice. We see Quick and so basically the plane went north-south this time, with Quick and Truckee being all the way south. Last time it went the other way around, with them being all the way up north. So it seems like they really want to be the last ones jumping out of the plane.
Well, you do reaction drops, so you haven't decided where you want to go. You're just looking at where everyone else is going. And as soon as you see the plane fly over a part of the map and you don't see anyone drop, then you're like, right, okay, let's go, let's drop. That place is free. That's probably the best way to drop if you want to stay out of combat early on. But as you can see, Chili G, he's going to get into his vehicle and get out of there. He's got the likes of Piscott and Chnappy in between them, and he's going to take some lead into the vehicle. He's going to stop as well, so he's going to try and loot up and try and take this fight. He's not.
He's going back.
He's going back into the open. He's going to get shot at.
Yeah, he was like, that shot really surprised me. That was a beautiful one. Piscott right through everything. The bushes, the car, the glass. Whatever was necessary to find Chile G on the other side and drop them out of the car. Piscott's probably not believing in himself, and he's now running over there to get his first 2 points of the day. Yeah, there you go. He's right on that street. Easy 2 points.
Yeah, I don't know why Chili G kind of made a full 180 there and went out back in the open knowing that he's getting shot at. He doesn't have head armor. He doesn't have anything. So all it does take is one shot. And Piscott landed it, especially with an SKS.
We talked about that yesterday. Sometimes you just want to take the shots and maybe you end up with a lucky one.
Oh, you might as well. You might as well spray at everything, take the shots, and you will eventually, 1 out of 10 times, in 1 out of 10 games, you might hit that shot and easy 2 points. Nice and easy for Chnappy and his teammate. Spaz and Alex there going up to the yellow compound. You've got Call Me Marco already situated within it, just looting up. I think Alex and Spaz, they know that he's there, so they're pushing up very methodically.
At least they're checking yellow. They're not just running into it. But it's the second. I mean, this yellow combo is basically split in the middle, as you can see here. There's like one part with the buildings over there where Spaz and Alex is, and then obviously Call Me Marco is all alone in the second one. But sometimes you can hide there pretty long. At least when I'm playing, it could also be because I'm blind and whatever.
Yeah.
And not spotting them early enough, because Call Me Marco doesn't look like he's actually aware of that. He's jumping around, not even having a weapon in his hands, just trying to be quick with looting. We see Sosnovka Island military. That's in the hands of MJ, Tehuka, and Nat Zir, all the way down there, and also Brahm and OPG. OPG had a car already.
Okay.
Freakle tries to have his first look. Maybe another 2 points for him, but nope. Kalimila is already out of sight, out of mind, basically, up the small hill there. Freakle is definitely aware. It's just a question, would he actually push up the hill? It's a bit risky right now. It's early in the game.
You're going to be pushing up. You've got the ridgeline, but then Kalamela, he has the building in the yellows to kind of use to his advantage as well. But both these players, they're fighting over a UAS, pretty much. Oh, no, that's a broken UAS. So is it? Unless I'm blind. No, it is a UAS. Yeah. Sometimes you can't tell the difference. Oh, well, I can't tell the difference because, the color is so similar. But yeah, it is that UAS that's very important. I don't know if Freakill has his own vehicle nearby, but Signs, his teammate across the map, takes down Pluto. Might be able to finish him off, but yeah, Freakill's just running away and conceding that UAS. It's too hard for him to get.
That's once again, by the way, Vital losing his
Yeah,
teammate so early.
Shun takes the kill from him.
That's a steal, so Signs not getting it. Unfortunately, he might get another one with taking down Vital, but Vital is already used to playing alone. We saw that Piscot. He has the kill already in a car. He might get a second chance here with Marsalek not taking the shot. Nobor is actually downing himself with a car. And Piscot is he's not really willing to commit yet.
No, his teammate, you can see, Chanapi, he's coming up from behind, coming up from the other angle, and now he starts committing to some shots. Tags only one, but now he's given away his position, and watch both of those players, Marsalek and Co, they're going to be looking in that one direction while Chanapi comes in for the backstab. Well, their name should be Backstab, right?
Full Force and Backstab?
Yeah, their name should be Full Force and Backstab. And
no, but they got Killer Instinct. I think that's also quite suitable.
It is good instinct. So right now, Piscot takes those shots, does a bit of damage. He's going to back off and let Chanapi try and catch one out on some wide rotation, well, some wide peak, and then they can take the yellows for themselves. And 2 vehicles on top of that. Vehicles, a very good currency in this game. Everyone wants one. Not everyone can have one. Vital already dropped down to solo again. Let's see what he can do. Morpheus lining up shot, hits the head, doesn't land any more. Shun. He just survives by the skin of his teeth, goes back into the Harry Potter for some hiding. Bristol and Morpheus, they've got the God Compound in this area. They're holding everything. If this shifts towards Everest, then they can definitely just start shooting at people up there, or they can go for the early rotation, provided they've got the vehicles, which will most definitely be parked underneath them. But now they're holding the bridge.
Look at Call Me Marco. He's sitting at the bridge right now with OPG and Brahm on the other side. So that might be a face-off right there at the bridge. Yeah. I would love to see that. Vilden and Arky, they're right into Signs. Signs obviously got the higher position. Vilden's not aware of it, is he? Because was that a quick look? Or has he no clue that
he's
Signs
just
is
looking?
There?
He's looking at the church, but Signs, he knows now that there's 2 players. He heard the first vehicle. He just doesn't have an angle. Well, he would have an angle right now if he's looking. It would be an easy kill, but Signs a bit terrified. He does spot out Archie. He's going to go for the spray any second now. Goes for a couple of shots. Nice tap fire. Doesn't get the knock. Archie survives with literally 0 HP. He spots him. Going to go for the repeak and takes Archie down. And now Vilden, this is going to be a hard push for him. He knows that there's someone on the roof. He needs to make the play. He needs to make the push. His Mini 14 is out. Hopefully he has a scope on that to be able to take this fight. Signs looking for the flush. Unable to spot Archie, to confirm that kill, but he knows kind of roughly.
Yeah, Signs expects him to push quicker already. You can see him. He's aiming way closer. Vilden now taking the first shot. He's hitting Signs. That's a redrop. That was beautifully. That's that Signs actually looking far too aggressive in terms of positioning for Vilden, because Vilden was not going anywhere yet. He was waiting to finally see Signs. He's not taking any damage, I think, from that grenade. So Vilden can pick up Archie, his teammate, once again, and then they could head over and get Signs, because is Freakill still with us? Is he around? I'm wondering where Freakill is right now, the teammate.
He got away. He's now...
Oh, yeah, he's
so
completely different side.
Roxy God's caught up with Calamella, and he's just waiting. It's gonna be a bush for a little bit. It's gonna be a bushwookie. He's gonna wait. Maybe Roxy God and Calamella might just rotate through him, and he can get an easy spray down on one of them. Hopefully pick up 2. The circle does go in, shifts down to the southeast a tiny bit. Pachinki's still in. Everest is still in. Pretty much most of the compounds that everyone is still in. You've got a few teams still outside. A lot of 2 teams still rotating in from Sosnovska Island. We can see Mr. Ted gets a knock onto Tuho Yuho. It's going to be easy for him to get the refrag unless Tuho Yuho is behind the tree. He is, and Misei's coming up on the other side of the hill. Might be able to smoke him off. Oh, look at this. Mr. Ted's already ready for that. The smoke does go. And Misei, he might be able to make a quick beeline push into that smoke, get his friend up, and then they can get out of there. No way does Ab have a good, clean angle. Right now, Big Misei gets tagged up, 26 HP. He's running out of time. Ab can close the gap here. But they're not going that aggressive. This is the difference. You see South America, we would just see straight away. Ooh, Smesky takes down Arsho. I think Arsho might have got DC'd there. So, unfortunately, a bit of team damage coming in. Tuho Yuho I think he's getting res. The nade's coming out. Now they know that the res is happening. The nade is not going to land anywhere near. It's going to be short. Yuho, not healing up at all. Manages to get behind the tree just above, but Ab has a good angle. Takes him out, and now Mise is down to about 50 HP. He needs to make yet another play. Mr. Ted finishes off Yuho. Mise all by himself. Pushed from 2 different angles. But nonetheless, this is a good hill to hold. But you have to be aware, Ab can make that push. And look, they're not even in the next circle. They've got a long way to go.
Yeah, it's not as close as they would wish to be. But that's just life. Not much they can do. Freaklin get Toxie and Trucking quick. All of them in one group up there north of Gutkar getting into a fight. But also Zmeski and Schnuppy with Oh, that is a YMCA close to them.
What's going
Obviously
on down
one
there?
of the top
Bram
teams. Ball once again seems to be alone. Bram gets away. Yep, Tehuka tried, but it wasn't enough to get Bram out of that car. Even if he seemed to took a lot of damage there, that was below 50% already.
Yeah, good news for Bram. The blue doesn't do that much damage in phase 1. It is around phase 3 to 4, where the blue really starts hurting and chunking. Maro gets a knock onto Alex, unable to flush him, but it's going to be quick from Existence that takes the kill onto Alex. And look at the range that they get the kill on. Nice, easy 2 points for Existence there. And here's your kill tracker. All against us duo, 1 kill. Everyone's got 1 kill at least by their name. Eyeballers, no team eliminated just yet. At the moment, 22 teams that join this lobby. So not that many points up for grabs on the field at the moment. But you can already see 1, 2, 3, 4 teams. 5, I think it was 4.
Trucky waited a moment long, but he obviously didn't want to show himself. But I think that would have been a great moment to get a drop. But unfortunately, then he drops right behind the window, and you can't flush him out anyway.
No, you can't. But importantly, you're actually doing damage to the armor that they have. You know, if they have level 2 armor, if you land that headshot, you're going to take it down to literally 1 HP. So then they'll lose it eventually unless they've got another bit of armor lying around in the building that they're in. You're also doing getting rid of their meds and all that kind of stuff. So still doing all this tiny damage is actually ruining the economy of the other players in the game. You can see Spaz, he's making a push onto Master Lake, who's been knocked. It's going to be him against Maro. Maro gets tagged up, but the nade that Spaz threw right at the start of that connects with Maro, and both get taken down to Spaz. And if I'm right, he's the solo as well, so his teammate got taken out just before this fight took place. And just like that, Spaz is now in control of the yellow houses. But he has to get out of there. Hopefully, one of those 2 vehicles that those 2 had will still be available for him to make that push. I feel like we're going to see a bit of a Ruins finish. And this is going to be a big treat if it does go towards Ruin.
I love Ruins. That would be a great finish, though. Sean and Hellcat trying to push up a bit to the middle now with Noba and Ravens just waiting there for them. Vilden and Archie, they had the fight with Signs and had the upper hand. Vital, once again, being all alone right in the middle of it, trying to check out if he can go somewhere or even just lay down and wait. Morpheus and his teammate up on the hill, north of Gutkar. That might be a great position. Look at Trucky and Quick. I think they want to move to the same position. I think they're on the way.
Yeah, Sikora and Sampula, Vilden and Archers, that's eyeballers. They're actually pushing up onto eyeballers right now, and I think Archie's just spotted one. He spots Sampula. Sikora spots Vilden, tags him up just before he gets in, and they know exactly what Archie is. Archie takes down Sampula. Sikora's the last one left. The grenade's going to come out by Archie. He's going to bounce over. It's actually going to land so close. Sampula's going to go down. He was trying to get flushed by by Calamela and his teammate, and Sikora's just going to get into the nearest car and get out of there. It wasn't a great push, lads. Unfortunately, but Sikora survives to take his team a bit further on. I want to mention that Freekill hasn't actually moved from that bush. He's still waiting for Calamela and his teammate to make a cross right there. Arsho walks straight into Call Me Marco. That UA's nearly running him over. But nice, easy. Oh, no! Rax knocks Arsho. But,
right, Ravens gets the kill, that's it. He's still at once again. It's another 2 points just off your hands immediately. Sikora tries to get Call Me Marco now, finally to get rid of him. But he's behind that Dacia and also behind that tree. Oh, he went around, he tried to get Sampula, but no, Noba was like, oh, let me help you out. Sampula here, everyone's shooting at everyone right now. Noba finds Call Me Marco. Sikora gets killed by Ravens. They basically, like, that is the toxin, what was it?
Was it a Cobra Toxin?
Cobra Toxin, basically third-partying this and stealing all the kills and getting the 2 points.
Yeah, and they've already got themselves 2 points, so they're up there on the top of the kill tracker right now, and they've got the center yellow buildings, and they can see literally everything. They can't get the flush onto Marco, unfortunately, but they do take out another team. Nonetheless, Existence, they're trying to make a push up onto Everest. They've seen Bruskel and Morpheus, so they're going to try and close the gap. Very sneaky. Bruskel and Morpheus should be watching their backside at this moment. You know that you're going to be on Everest. You know someone else is going to try and contest you for it. And look at the gap that's being closed by Truckee at the moment, and he's closing up on Bruskel very quickly.
Yeah, like I said, they were on the way to the same position. I'm not sure if Morpheus and Bruskel are actually aware of that.
Yeah, but look at how far Morpheus is.
Yeah, but Bruskel is pretty close. He might now hear the steps, though, because I think Truckee is a bit careless. Yeah, Bruskel knows now. So Truckee and Quick, they are above him. He's probably relaying that to his teammate. Yeah, Morpheus is turning around already, having a look if he can spot Truckee, and a Quick taking some shots already at him, to be honest. Problem with Bruskel is he cannot do much. As soon as he steps out, he feels that his head is right in the crosshair of Extends.
He can't even stand up. He has to wait. He literally, it's a game of patience for Bruskel right now. He has to hold this. If he stands up, he has to go down to the lower ground. He can run up that tiny bit, but you don't want to be taking that fight. Yeah, so look, they're going to try and go rotate down to the north, and now Bruskel has complete line of sight of all of that, and he has heard them. So he's passed off that message to Morpheus, who's going to reposition and try and help him for the inevitable fight that's to come. And right now, Truckee and Existence, they're not in the circle. Neither of these teams are in the circle. Spaz takes down Rax. Vital is out of the game by Bram, so Vital doesn't survive any longer to get those snake
Quick
positions.
Quick now ran into the sight line of Bruskel. Oh, they're all the way down there, but he knows that they're there, and they know that there are both of them, which means they don't need to look somewhere else. Not taking the shots, though, yet. Quickly changing to the Mini. Still not taking any shots.
No, they're going to...
Morpheus, I think they're on the hunt.
No, they're on the hunt, so they're going to try and close the gap. I mean, these are 2 free, easy kills as they're running in the open. 2 shots connect. Truckee turns around straight away. Morpheus gets domed, but Truckee goes down very easy. Morpheus now needs to heal. The blue is pushing Bruskel, and Quick has managed to make his way on the other side. Now... Power Rangers, they need to push into Existence. And this is the position that Quick needs to be in, but he's out in the open. He's going to get sprayed down, 25, and a headshot lands, and Quick and Truckee are deleted from the game. But now you've got the blue behind you, and Power Rangers, their position has been given away because they've had to take that fight. You can see Estefy and his teammate, they're going to be in front of them as they come in. OPG and Bram are also on the edge of that circle.
Yeah, but they don't know, obviously, about Morpheus and Bruskel. You see that Estefy is just pushing into the runes. They might consider that being one of the endpoints. Bram and OPG right below that. Mise finds himself, I think, all alone right in the center of this right now, where Spaz falls to Kalimila on the other side of the circle. Runes will be a hot location right now.
Yeah. And with the amount of like corners and especially elevation that you have in Ruins, it's going to be a very tough fight for a lot of these teams. You can see Ted, he's spotted out Reichs and Estefy as they're making the push in, but they haven't spotted him. And he can just hold the angle, wait for them to be a bit more in the open with no cover to get to, and that's exactly what he's waiting for us. Not everyone's against you, but against all us duo. They're down, well, they're not even down, they've got both of them up, but they've got Ab. They're making a crossfire, look at this. They've got a complete crossfire. I think Reichs might have spotted Mr. Ted off, but Ab, he's got the crossfire set up, and the spray does come down. Ab takes down Estefy.
Oh, Ted is not aware of how much they rotated already, but Arp, his teammate, is making sure that Estefy falls. It's also been flushed out already. Now Arp tries to push around the corner for Reichs. Reichs falls as well as Tat finally finds a shot and gets the crosshair onto his opponent. And with that, another team is eliminated, and Tat and Arp got themselves another 4 points.
So you either have a choice here. Do you play the yellow houses, do you play the ruins, or do you play this hill? Every single thing is taken. You can see Missa is actually pushing up behind Vorex and Reverus. Meanwhile, Hellcat, he's just lying in the field by a tree. He's waiting. Morpheus gets taken down by OPG. But, it looks like Vorex and Reverus might not be aware of Misa doing this push. They're not aware at all.
He pushes up the ridge, but Misa tries to get it, and it's the first on Vorex. He drops that, a grenade falling right after that might even bounces quite well for him. No, it doesn't. Not really helping out. Reverus not trying to help his teammate, getting a bit closer and tries to find out who was that shot his teammate right in the face. Second grenade, though, flushes out Vorex. So that's 2 points for Mise. And he's now running away.
He's running away. He's done damage. He's going to back off. There's no need to overcommit to that. You know it's a 1v1, but you're playing on ridges, and it's all who has the advantage. He has the advantage there because the other player peeked and came over. But now they have the information, so they can play a bit more passive. Bram and OPG, they're holding off the Power Rangers at the moment, and this is rough for Bruskel. He's not even in the zone. He's going to start closing in 14 seconds. It's just a waiting game until he is out.
Yeah, with the blue right behind him, he obviously has to take some risks. And Braum tries to take the shot instead. Not connecting yet, though. That was 64. Right in your face there, Bruxel. By Braum, but it wasn't enough yet to drop him. With another 155 until the blue's actually moving. So it's quite a bit to play around with. Smeski gets killed by Kalimila. That's another kill for him. 2 already. Roxy so far without one. So he wants to contribute to this as well. Piska finds himself with problems running right into Call Me Marco. But yeah, there's no chance for Call Me Marco to actually get onto that. So it's the MJ captains taking the 2 points to 4 points, basically, since they got the teammate as well, away from him. As there was absolutely no line of sight for him anymore after that initial attack.
Yeah, OPG picks up Bristol, so there we go. They move up in the kill tracker. You can see why they're 2 kills against their name. And MJ, they have a good spot here. They've got the trees for cover, and they can kind of see this hill, and they can take the fights on. Call Me Marco. He's going to be surrounded by everyone looking towards him, but Cobra Toxins, they still have yellow houses, and it is arguably right now the strongest position available in this circle. You are really hoping, if you're all the other teams, that circle pushes them out of that so you can actually fight them. Unless you've got vehicles, which you can see Roxy God and Calamella, they could go for a crash, but it's still a risky play to take. And AWM as well on Roxy God, so that's level 3 gear and a bunch of health just in case they need it. But it's all out in the blue, so take what you can, boys, and get in the circle. Their next fight should be against MJ, by the looks of it. They need to rotate into the circle.
It will be a good position to have, obviously. With Ravens and Noble, they're still just sitting there and watching out of the window, trying to check 360 degrees around them, trying to figure out who's coming in first and who maybe is even trying to push them on that compound. Misa, he had the awesome luck of having someone running right into his rifle and then flushing him out with the grenade. So he's now still alone waiting and tries to figure out if there's no one behind him, he can clearly have a way better look up ahead in this last circle, basically. Not last circle, but next circle.
So he spotted one player. It's either Ab or he spotted Mr. Ted. He knows that there's a team there. I'm not too sure if they spotted him, but they were looking like they were going to make a push towards him. But now they're just making the way into the circle. And me saying, if he can line up those shots, he can take them out very easily. He's got himself a big 7.62 rifle, DMR, that he can use. But it is going to be a challenge for him to make his way into the circle without taking that fight. So that's a fight that we would not want to miss. Free kill. He's made his way into the zone, still surviving. Archie's just going to run into his crosshair as well. You can see, look at how underlooted he is. Well, he doesn't have any meds, 1 grenade, 1 smoke, and 1 molly. He's got enough ammo, and he has to default to the canted site. And both of them are just running in front of him. They're going to line up. He's waiting for the perfect lineup. He can just spray them down with one trigger. It's all about the opportunity. But the blue's pushing him. He has to move faster.
That was unfortunate. There was that one short second where you had a shot to get both in just one spray, but he didn't took it. And it might get back to him now. Back onto him. MJ's in problem here with Call Me Marco being a bit more aggressive. Trying to pop that car easily.
Oh,
Cooks another grenade. That grenade looks good. Oh, Nat Zero gets away from it.
He
No,
still
he's
gets
just
him.
taking it.
Nova actually
Nova
knocks...
was it? All right.
Nova knocks Tahuka, and Natsa just wasn't out of reach from that nade, and that's them. That's MJ Captains out of the game. Look at how strong the Yellow Houses are coming in for Cobra Toxins, and now they just need to hold off against Calamella and Roxy God, who are slowly pushing their way in, and the circle is forcing them to get closer to the Yellow Houses, and they've resorted to lying down, Renee. They have to use the grass and snake. They're going to use the snake technique against the snakes themselves. Roxy God gets taken out. He's going to get flushed. Meanwhile, Misi takes a fight against Ab, knocks Ab. He evens things up, and the nade, oh, that's going to reach, and that's going to flush that kill for it. Oh, no,
I think it's behind the wall.
Just about.
Yep. Fortunately, by the way, I want to now name it Turtling.
Turtling.
From how they move when crawling. It's a bit more like turtles.
Look at this aggression coming out by Misa. He's got the flank!
Misa's just so great
oh my
right now.
God.
Look at how aggressive he is. 3 kills, and they were all late in the game. Wow.
All by himself as well.
He's really playing to his best right now. Noble gets another one, though. He finds Roxy.
Oh my God. Vilden and Archie, they're trying to snake. The nade comes out. It's just going to go a bit far. The second one is going to keep bouncing over the top of OPG and Brown. They stand up and take the fight. OPG falls. Archie gets the frag there. Archie's going to go for a second one as well. Takes them out. Eyeballers annihilate. Kurtz. I'm not going to say the rest of the name. It's too hard to say.
I'm all good. Free kill. He's now without Saints. He lost him a bit earlier. That was right after that church fight. still trying to make his way through all the grass, getting closer to yellow with Noble and Ravens in it. But as soon as he gets spotted, he got Vilden on top of him, Ravens and all that slightly below, but there's also Kalimela. And we saw him taking the fight a long range if he can, obviously, as that is, we're in PUBG, as he said early on, it's very rarely close fights here.
Yeah, look at Free Kill. He doesn't have a long range sight. Yeah. He only has the canted.
Oh, true. Oh, we saw that earlier when he was sneaking up. Dream Duo is also out. Hellcat is flushed by Call Me Marco. Reveros has... Oh, there's Call Me Marco. He just got a kill earlier, but Reveros is still not taking it. Nope.
Yeah, Call Me Marco has survived in this position far too long for where he is at the moment, and somehow it's still working. Reveros not going to give away his position. He's not in the circle yet, and look at the circle. He's going to force him and his... he's going to force Reveros to go onto the top side of that hill and be completely exposed. He's going to try and find a different angle to come in on. But if he can get rid of Call Me Marco, then he can get into the ridges. And look at that, Call Me Marco just escapes from his vision.
It will be interesting now if Reveros finally goes for it or not. He obviously has to push right now because there's no clear line of sight.
He has to get into the circle. And he's going to use the opportunity that he has against Call Me Marco at the moment, who doesn't have line of sight.
Oh, that grenade. I want to see it.
It's going to...
Coming in...
Oh my god!
Beautifully!
Wow!
Right next to Call Me Marco. Yep, he has to met up immediately. Second grenade wasn't that good, though. And Reveros, yeah, he does not know right now where he is. That's another smoke, maybe to be able to push a bit closer to Call Me Marco. But Call Me Marco is back up in health. Unfortunately, Reveros a bit too late with a follow-up damage. And he's facing someone with 3 kills already in this round. Not an easy task to tackle.
Especially the position that he has just on the edge of the circle. I don't think that rocks in just about. Marco has the better position. Reveros has to literally go on top of the hill or push down below, but he doesn't have any cover there, and Marco can just peek over the ridge and spray him down. Reveros, if he just didn't cook that second nade long enough, maybe he could have just cleared out this area for himself. It is just these two on the eastern side of the circle. And Marco, he's just going to hold him at bay. You can already see 6 teams alive, 8 alive. You've got a full team up there in the north. I think Mise got taken care of. In fact, Reveros...
Call Me Marco gets another one. Yeah, he finds Reveros. So Reveros was really trying hard to get Call Me Marco, but he was the winner in the end. That's a 4th kill already. So he racked up 8 points all on his own. Kalimala sitting on 2 kills. It looks like a good position, though. Is he in? No, he's not in the circle. That's unfortunate for him. Otherwise, that would have been a great free kill. He's still laying low. Tries to not be too easy to spot. Yeah, Kalimala is now trying to power up a bit. Maybe he's moving in onto Noble and Ravens. That would be crazy. Noble's coming around. Kalimala taking the shots, but not even below half with that one. The cooked grenade might get Snowball. That was pretty close, at least from watching it right here. But wasn't enough. Nope, there was no damage taken by Noble. Call Me Marco is trying from the back. Scully Miller obviously showed himself there. Call Me Marco's not taking any chances. I mean, that's 4 kills, and he's looking for the 5th one immediately. Very aggressive right now. Look at where we end with the circle. This is a nightmare in terms of topography. Wow.
This is what we call the Badlands, right? We call it the Badlands. It is just horrible. Horrible to get into, but once you're in it, it's absolutely fine. And Marco finds Kalimala and takes him out. Nice, easy points for him. 5 points. And now there's only 4 teams remaining. Kalimala goes out in 5th place. This is the thing. Marco's already in the Badlands, so he can just peek over the ridges and take the fights all he wants. Just needs to be careful about getting headshotted twice. And then he's gone. And you can see eyeballers, they're aware that there's someone just sitting in that area, but everyone else needs to push in. Eventually, free kill. I don't know how long he's been surviving for, but he's doing a damn great job at it.
He's still laying low. We saw that all the time. He's watching the fight between Call Me. He knows Call Me he knows where Call Me Marco is, definitely, because he was watching this. Another time for him to actually have 2 lined up. Not taking it. Ravens is down. That's a chance for 2. Yeah, if he would just go for it now.
Oh, he's going to go for the nade, but the second nade bounces in. No boy gets taken down very low, but he's going to still hold it. But it's going to be this nade from free kill comes in, and that is
basically rolled right next to his shoes. 2 for free kill. I was wondering why he's not taking the shots immediately, but he took the grenade.
This is good, because he didn't take any shots. Vilden and Archie have no idea that he's there. That grenade could have come from anywhere. They're so unaware, and they're going to now push into the circle. We're in zone phase 9.
He's really looking for free kill right now, because Call Me Marco is spotted. Vilden and Archie are spotted by free kill on the other side, though. That means if he gets lucky and they just get rid of Call Me Marco, he could take both. would even better for him if eyeballers get killed, because then it's only Call Me Marco, but that range might not really suit his current equipment. Yeah, he will wait.
Oh, yeah,
I'm pretty sure he will not take any risk right now.
No, he's not going to. If Call Me Marco
wow.
he might have just got spotted. The nade bounces in his
good
face.
idea. Not at all.
No.
Why did he push down the ridge there? There was no reason for that.
The circle is pushing him.
Yeah, but it wasn't that crazy. Nowhere that near to him right now. Call Me Marco, that's his chance. 5 kills already. He has a duo on the other side to win round 2 here on week 3. We know how important that is. The dream duo basically just led by Call Me Marco alone in this round.
It's absolutely doable. I think looking at the map, Call Me Marco does have a good position to the center of the circle. Actually, no, he doesn't. You can see the circle is pushing him closer and closer. And right in the middle there, both these teams need to come over this ridge, and they have to basically play in that flatland area. Call Me Marco does a bit of damage, does more damage as he's taken. 81 HP against 39. Archie, 73 HP. It's all about playing around the smoke, and look at how much Call Me Marco is surviving. He is doing the best. That smoke's going to run out, and he's out of utility. But 6 smokes onto Archie. He's not going to use any of them.
I just liked how he dropped the smokes, but then went for the other side. Because everyone was watching the smokes, like, oh, he will definitely move in there. And he had the chance to take shots at, I think, Archie.
Oh, no, the blue. Okay.
The blue's pushing him too crazy right now. Yeah, that's it. It's the duo taking the win. Unfortunately, it's not happening for Call Me Marco, but instead the eyeballers with 6 kills on the side as well. That's an additional 12 points for up to their 20 already. That puts them on 32 for round 2. Not bad at all.
Yeah, but still, Call Me Marco with 5 kills all by himself. Rax leaked, went out quite early on. But he's nearly just done exactly the same that first place did. Denying them that extra point, of course, extra 2 points, just denying them. Of course, he just knows he's not going to win that eventually. He's running out of smokes, doesn't have any more utility. Maybe if he had a few more smokes, a couple of more nades, he would have committed to that. But we just saw like Archie holding six smokes. But Archie's not going to use them, because if he uses them, he gives the advantage to Marco, and he wants those smokes to take that fight. So just give it to the blue and deny those 2 points. The team just take first. I mean, 5 kills by yourself. I think you've done enough.
Definitely, he played smart. I mean, even the smokes, he said that he ran out of utility, but he used the smokes really sensitive to get himself lined up one shot.
This is beautiful. Look at that. Level 1 helmet, 1 headshot is all it takes, and that's exactly what it was.
Sometimes it's not that much that you need for a kill. Was passing his grenade onto Marcelo Mauro. He got both with that spray right after, and that grenade just basically cleaned up the mess over there. Got him another 4 points. Sampula. He fell pretty early on in YMCA. Not really part of the end fight here in round 2. It's all about that hill on top of Gutka. That was Mies being all alone for so long, still picking up a kill left and right there. And a beautiful grenade. That was kind of surprising me that he still took damage around there.
I want to know what happened.
He went up to 3 later on.
Yeah. I want to know what happened to him, how he died. Because look at this insane play. He gets the knock and he just pushes around. He's not focusing to get into the circle. He just wants to confirm those kills and get those points. But Archie, insane play, getting his team. And look, that play right there, they actually had the disadvantage. You know, they didn't have the ridge to play against, whereas Bram and OPG did. All they could see, all they could show of their bodies was their head. And Archie just lined up the shots and hit them. And just like that, that let him go into 2nd place and carry the rest of the team. So it's absolutely insane and very well deserved by eyeballers. But I just want to point out, we've had 2 games in a row where a snake has had the opportunity to actually spoil, and it's just fallen short. I mean, Free Kill actually survived. Like, he was snaking from the start. Like, we saw that. Snaking from the start, and he makes it so close, but just one misstep. One misstep gives it all up for him.
I was really wondering if it was time for him to push down that small hill and really show himself. Because I was wondering when he crawled over the edge already. I was like, oh, that's giving away a lot of your position. But he was lucky that Archie and teammates still looked in the direction of Marco. Yeah. But then rolling down there was basically holding up a sign, I'm here, you might want to take care of me.
What happened was Archie was like getting ready to throw a nade, and then just the corner of his eye just saw Free Kill and was like, oh, no, let's throw it down there.
It's like, you know, at home when a big spider is falling down somewhere, or just, you know, like,
coming down. Yeah.
That was basically what happened.
Yeah,
he was like, la 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 la, something moved over there. Let's kill it.
Well, unfortunately for Free Kill, he couldn't get a better placement, but he did the best to try and get the placement that he could. A few kills in as well, nonetheless. But that is it for game number 2. We're going to be heading over to Sunny Miramar. I'll try to mix Sunny and Miramar together in one word.
Sorry. We'll figure out later.
So we're going to be heading over to Miramar. Yeah, no, that's it. I just had a mind blank.
Where do you want to go with this? It's like, we're heading over to Miramar. And I really want to say thank you to my mom. I don't know. You know what we can say?
What?
Obviously, something will change with the caster desk because we're not alone tonight. We also got Toby with us. He's in the background already. He's like
lurking.
Waiting.
He's lurking.
Lurking. He wants to get going.
He's gonna kick one of us off.
Yeah. So it will kick. No. One of us will just leave the desk without a fight. That's what don't worry.
Right, okay.
Don't worry, because we got an entire night of action in PUBG here with GLL. So make sure that you're ready for that. Get some chips, drinks, call your best friends. Make sure they sit around on the couch with you watching your display because you're in for a lot of action. All that and more right after the break.
Welcome back, ladies and gents. I hope you enjoyed that short break. My name is Talha. This is Toby. He's joining us now. Of course, a familiar face. And a little cool thing about Toby was that trumpet that you just heard. That was him. He did that.
Yeah, I didn't actually play the trumpet.
Oh, you didn't play the trumpet? Oh, okay.
I mean, I made the music.
Oh, he
it's
made
all
the
computer
music.
these days.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Right, so he did the music that you just heard. But we've just finished 2 games on Wrangle. We're going to be going over to Miramar. That is going to be game 3. 2 more games remain for the EU Wingman series. It is the last week. Ladies and gents, $40,000 are on the line. The last week for the top 16 teams to be decided for the finals. Toby, are you ready?
It is going to be good. I've had the pleasure of casting a lot of Wingman before, and I've always said Miramar to me is the best duo map. It allows for so many different opportunities for teams. It really it forces you to think creative in a lot of situations. You could be in situations where like, there's nothing I can do here. And that's, for some reason, when people tend to come up with the most crazy ideas that somehow work out.
I mean, we've seen a lot from the South American region. They have become, they are very creative in the way they push for fights and the fights that they do take. I mean, I don't know, it was just very different PUBG to see in the South American region. It was very aggressive. It was, we got a knock, that person's like 700 meters away. We're going to push on foot. We're going to go straight for it. And they don't get punished for it. But EU is a different story. We do see everyone being very aware of all the flat open lands, but also the creativeness that comes out are the fields that have the hay bales and stuff like that. It's like when you're stuck in that, what do you do when you have to move out?
Yeah, how can you get out of the situation, especially if it's one of those where it's in the center and everyone's just up on the high rise looking down at you like, what are you going to do?
You're literally just a fish in a barrel. Everyone, full 360 degree, everyone's shooting at you.
And even worse now, what we've seen, and that's only the change in Wrangle. Of course, we do see the 2.0 Wrangle updates and everything on the test service. You should go play that at home and give some feedback to the guys in PUBG. But at least on Wrangle, I'm assuming this will transfer over to Miramar too. Now you can destroy hay bales with vehicles.
Wait, what?
So if you're out
on Miramar,
on a Wrangle you can.
On a Wrangle,
in the patch server, right? So if you drive a vehicle into the big hay bales, you can destroy them. So it's going to be even worse for cover coming into the next season.
Right, let's have a look at what the scores are after the second game and what that's done. So game number 2, the scores from that game specifically, Eyeballers in first place, 20 placement points, 6 kills, 32 points. So we saw another 32-point lead coming out. Dream Duo in second place. Cobra Toxin, they held those yellows, but they didn't hold it good enough. 20 points in third place. Full Focus and Backstab are winners from game number 1. They are in 4th in the 17 points.
Gotta give it to them. I mean, sure they didn't get that many kills, but that they win game 1 and then sneak their way into such a good placement in this one too. That is extremely impressive done.
Now, the total scores of both game 1 and game 2, Full Focus and Backstab, still up there in first place, still 10 points ahead. Look, they've got 8 kills. Second place have 8 kills as well, but they just have better placement points. So at this stage, I've been saying how important the kills are because they're 2 points when everyone is a 1 point difference, but at some point the placement points do come in and they do matter.
I've always liked to think of it the way that the placement points are your foundation, and then all that you can get with kills are like the crisp on top, and neither of them work without the other. You need to be able to get both coming your way, of course, unless if you got in full-on frag everyone, then you don't need no foundation because you could just get crisp all over the place, right?
Well, I like to think of it as, okay, there are 2 players on a team, that's an entire team, and if you kill them both, you get 4 points plus the placement points because you've eliminated the team, so it's definitely worth going for the fight.
For sure.
Absolutely worth. But we are hiding currently the entire total leaderboard. There is a second lobby going on, and this is the thing we can't forget. You just saw 32 teams. Of course, only 22 are jumping into the game, but there's another lobby of really, really good duos that are also competing for that top 16 spot. So at the end of the day, we'll show you exactly who's made it in. But nonetheless, game number 3 is starting, and we're over in Miramar. And what a plane to start us off, Toby.
This is going to be an interesting one. It's going to force some of these teams that like going west. We're talking Chumacera, Montenegro, El Pozo, potentially Alcantara. I don't know. I rarely ever see teams up there. But because we have so many teams on the server, I mean, we're talking 22, right? Of course, Miramar is a big place. But even when we have 16 team lobbies, sure, squads, but they tend to land together, they can have a hard time figuring who's going where, right? So with 22 of those, it's just going to make things even harder.
Yeah, imagine if it was just 32 duos, so still 64 players. It would just be insane.
It is. I mean, teams will force fights earlier than either of them would want to, because we talk about how these kill points, sure, they're great, and you want to get a lot of them, but you also, I mean, when we're playing squads, when we're playing in competitive squad games, you can have that one player go down early, and I mean, sure, it's going to change things, but you can still play around it. Here, if you lose one player, all of a sudden, I mean, that's your entire backbone gone. You're a solo player now. Every single decision you make could be fatal.
That's the thing. I've been saying it as well. You lose one player, you're down to 50% of your team just like that. And being a solo is so hard in PUBG, especially. You're forced to play very passive, but sometimes you're rewarded for playing aggressive as well.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Especially in situations where opponents tend to not think that you would do that. I mean, you can really catch people by surprise by saying, I should never do this, and then actually do it. We see it sometimes where one guy just comes running through an open field, and we're like, why is nobody shooting this guy?
Yeah.
But that's because everyone's like, there's no one would ever be stupid enough to run through that field
through
right now.
open field.
And then here comes him, just running through without any scare in his life.
But that's what I love about PUBG. Every single time you play, it's a new game, it's a new story that can be told. And, you know, you can kind of understand, you have similar circles, right? But not every single game has the same exact circles that you play for.
For sure.
And sometimes some other team might get to a compound faster. So it really changes up what the situation is in the game, and you really have to think on your feet. And I always love calling it this. It's a game of problem solving. You see a problem, you solve it. And if you solve it well enough, you get to go to the next stage. And it's just whatever problem's in front of you, you do your best to solve that problem, whether you have those casualties or whatnot. And the current problem is a very nice, easy center circle.
Yeah, that's going to say that's probably the most center circle I've seen in a long time. Miramar tends to give you some of those curveballs where they send you all the way to the shorelines, up miles up into the mountains. But this one is very center. Of course, not to say that it's going to be an easy game by any means, but at least distance-wise, teams will be that much closer.
There's a lot more land mass in Miramar. It's still the same size as Wrangell, but there's just so much more dense land that's there, so it feels a lot bigger and it's a lot more dangerous. But with that comes the topography, the hilly terrain that you can really use and utilize.
It is extremely beneficial, but it can also easily be the death of you. And I want to look at this when I look down towards San Martin on the northern side, all the way from there down to Picado and all the way west over towards Montenegro. We have this kind of triangular mountain ridge, and if this circle goes northwest, and some of these teams that are sitting down east, because a lot of them are out on the eastern side, have to make that traverse over to that side. Oh, that hills up. I mean, the whole ridgeline there could just be death of a lot of players. And Hulk Jesus representing. It's, I don't know what it is with Wilhelm and the guys out back, but they just love them some Hulk Jesus.
I mean, they've been finding Jesus all over this map.
He is very much profound in this map. For non-believers, Hulk Jesus is, if you ever sit in a corner, in a compound, and you know, like there are like 16 barrels looking your way, just pray to Hulk Jesus, and he'll give you that heart shift.
I want to know, there's another Jesus one on the candle.
Yep.
Where are these Jesus pictures? It's in graveyards, so it's in the church. Okay, where else would the paintings of Jesus be?
Oh, they're all over the place.
They're all over the place.
If you turn this map the right way, like if you look at it from the right angle, it's just one big Hulk Jesus. That's how it is. That's how Miramar is. It's like indoctrinating you slowly, you know? We don't know it, of course,
Subliminal
but that's just
messaging. It's how it works. You can see a bit of fire coming out there by quick math into Maro and Marcelek, going towards Picado.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested in why people want to go this center in this type of circle, because as I said before, I mean, some of these roads that you have down here, because there's so high grounds on both sides, it can really be the death if you get stuck. And you don't only have a regular amount of teams looking your way. There are so many more chances of teams sitting in positions, because there are spots that only work if you are two where squads can't go. So if you're used to play the competitive squad game, you will be caught by surprise a lot more times than you think.
I think I saw a crate on the map as well, just landing in front of in front of the quick math guys. So they've got themselves some nice level 3 gear and whatever. Yeah, there it is, just across the road, and that's easy to get. That's okay.
You say that, but look at this.
These two.
The bait crates.
they're eyeing it up. I'm pretty sure the angle that they have is quite... Oh, okay, they do have vision of it.
They can see it. They can see it.
That's going to be one heck of a run.
Yeah, the bait crates. You gotta love him. It's out there. Come get it. Come get it, Tuho. Nothing can possibly go wrong. And I think you already lost a teammate too, or maybe got him disconnected teammate earlier on because we're only 41 players in the server. So maybe that crate, as good as it looks, would be too risky for them to go for here. He can try and bait it, maybe potentially, if anyone else comes by and say, "Oh, a crate." That could be kills coming in for him.
Everyone going for these early rotates. You can see MJ Captain's also trying to get as center as possible.
Yeah.
Vilden and Archie coming in very late on the south side. So Vilden just gets off his vehicle. So hopefully just waiting for a big shift.
Yeah.
But all these people in the middle, they're kind of setting up for the next circle, aren't they?
They are. I mean, that's the thing. You tend to see teams go center for two reasons mainly. One of them being wherever the circle shifts, you have a bigger chance of having a short distance. I mean, you'll be closer in it. Let me see some shots here. Sakura from far away, trying to take down a player, but just under half health. STV gets to see another day, and now help is coming in from the side too. Fortunate, because he was kind of caught in the open.
It was from Reichs as well. They've got a good crossfire going on, but Reichs' position gets taken up, and Reichs hits a nutty headshot. Sakura goes down.
Thing here is still, how much are they willing to risk on trying to get that finish off? I'm not sure they're going to be betting anything on it. Just say, you know what, that's a helmet damage. We'll keep that in mind for fights to come, and then hopefully that'll come to work in our favor.
STV does have himself a buggy. Don't know if that's the best vehicle to choose on this map. I mean, it does get you across.
It works well when you have 4 wheels on it.
Yeah, but the problem is that people don't really... Yeah, he's only got 1 wheel there. Roxy God going to try and get a spray down onto Bruskel as he goes past. No, misses Bruskel, but Morpheus, the god of dreams. But can Roxy God dream? Absolutely. Just a little bit.
He can dream, but he can't aim. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. Sorry, Roxy. I'm sorry. But actually, I like the idea that they let the first one pass. He had the faster vehicle. Wait for that second one. Also, his teammate was making his way up there still. So they line up the shots on the player number 2 there. Morpheus managed to make his way on over, fortunately.
Vital and Pluto, they've got themselves Graveyard. They're channeling the Jesus pictures at the moment. Whole Jesus coming in.
That's just how it is.
And they're just holding it. Nice and center for all these teams. Not really sure where the next circle could go. It could just donut in, or it could...
it could go anywhere.
It could hard shift. And if it's a hard shift, it's going to be rough for a lot of these guys.
That's the thing, right? And I mean, we're already at a point, because we're in this area of the map, we're already at a point where there are only X amount of available areas to play from. Sure, you have Los Leones and San Martin still, but if both those areas get shifted away from, and we're still at 22 teams, that's 22 potential compounds or spots or cities not available to you if you have a farm rotation to make, right? So how do you play it without wanting to fight early?
Well, the thing is, like, if we transition this into Erangel, there's a lot less places to go, and then you increase the amount of teams that are on the map. So then you're like, well, we have to go to these tiny little compounds, just not even that, just a couple of buildings and see what we can do.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, when we talk about the comparisons between squads and duo games, we say, oh, but squads take up more space. Sure, but that doesn't mean you'll have 2 teams sitting in the same compound, right? So they take up compound-wise the same amount of space just because they're 2. We see shots fired, again, far distances for these bullets to travel. Hits are being connected, but no knocks coming in just yet.
Yeah, level 3 gear, the bait crate.
Was it really worth it then? What would you rather have, level 3 or the level 2 fresh? He's going to stick with level 3, and not only that, but the MK14 to it as well. One of the only weapons in PUBG that currently does not have a skin, to my knowledge.
Which one, sorry?
The MK14?
The MK14, yeah, you're right. And talking about hard shift, Toby, that's touching. That is literally touching.
And look at how many people are stuck on that eastern side. And the thing for them is, I talked about it before, Picado to San Martin, that mountain line there.
Yeah.
They're pretty much all all the people that are out east now by Minas and La Bendita, go south around. You cannot spend the time going all around, you cannot spend the time going all the way north. You do see some of them going over, but you have to go either through San Martin, which, of course, or through a city, nobody likes that, or you have to make it all the way over. And you can see a lot of them are doing this, but there's nothing to play from on the northern side of this circle.
So, Tuho Yuho, this shift has just occurred, and he knows everyone's going to be rotating. He goes and he gets himself that level 3 gear and that crate weapon, Sakura. Going to be holding up, going to be using the 3x to spray down, aiming at the wheels. He does take one wheel out, and Arsho gets taken out so easily. Insane spray control coming up by Sakura.
Yeah, really impressive. Sure, there was distance to it too, and also the 3x in hand. Very difficult to keep that under control for, I mean, just for short amount of bullets fired. But there, the bullets in the weapon went out, and he got himself a kill off of it.
Everyone is looking for the real estate market. They're looking to buy up a new place, and Power Grid looks like is going to be a nice, juicy area that a lot of people will be wanting to go for. You can see OPG and Bram. They've got themselves a little farm compound there. It's kind of center circle, just a bit off.
But look at how many people went north here, despite me saying go south. They all went north, and it's going to be interesting to see where that next circle will go, because that could play a huge impact. Because all these teams went north, if it goes south, that next circle, it's going to be chaos on hand Pisket. You don't want to get your foot run over. It hurts, I know.
It does a lot of damage for a foot.
Yeah, my mom once did it to me.
Oh really?
Yep. She was sad, but I said it's okay. It hurt.
Okay.
It hurt.
Just the whole weight of the car, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly nice. It was actually rather painful.
I'm not sure anything would be nice, especially if you get shot out of a moving vehicle while going in a vehicle.
Probably even more painful, I would imagine.
Roxy God and his teammate just skimming the bullets. Shmesky down to his own at the moment. Knows that Sampul and Sakura are going to be coming in. The nades coming in. The smoke, they're baiting some nades, so getting rid of utility.
Yeah. Forced 2 nades down there too, so that's a good bait there. But he used 2 nades as well, and didn't really give him a whole lot other than Sakura and Sampula saying, you know what, nah, we'll skip that one and then we'll make our way into the circle first. Because again, if this one does go south and away from this hillside, and these guys being on foot, I mean, they're not going to make it practically. They have to find some sort of vehicles in order to get inside that next circle. You can see how far east they are. And all the vehicles up north, look at how condensed it is. And you have so many compounds south that are available.
And that's the thing. Everyone is using the roads. Is the easiest way to get in, especially with these vehicles. Miramar is so hilly. And just one misstep on that vehicle, your vehicle just flip. And then you're just in the middle of everyone that's just like, hey, look, it's an upside-down vehicle. Let's just shoot at it.
Yeah. I really don't understand what they're all doing up there. Because when you look at the circle, like south, you have so many compounds available. Sure, they're probably saying, oh, we're north. All those compounds will be gone by the time we get down there. But because everyone says that, then it's completely open. And up north, what do we have? Power Grid. You could probably fit one more team in there. But other than that, it's just 1 or 2 spots available. This circle, if it goes south in 10 seconds, that's going to be very
Alex,
difficult.
Is he going to go for it? Oh, he does. Just misses. Tahuka does get tagged up for 33. And, oh my God.
Do it for the Reddit.
You know, do it for the Reddit. You might as well. Chanapi holding. It's going to be the Power Rangers coming in really close, but really fast as well. No one gets knocked. A lot of damage gets done. Chanapi on the flank. Morpheus gets Piscot down. Now Chanapi's on his own.
This is not a good turn of events for them. He was there to help, but he missed his position, and now it's a 1v2 in the favor of Broxel and Morpheus. He should have been there. He should have helped the angle with him. Didn't happen, but this nade, though, does take down Morpheus. Broxel now in a 1v1.
And a second one just to do the job and finish him off.
Yeah.
Oh, it might just be a bit too far. No, it's just in range to do damage. The other one goes over, so 3 nades being committed to this. The Briscoe is just going to hold the angle. He's got 2 windows there, but Chanapi has no idea.
He doesn't know he's in there. Yep, he thinks he's in the backside of the wall. Oh, he got shot at now, so that should be info obtained.
It's a dirty angle, but the nade coming in by Chanapi straight into the building. Bruskel, oh, I think it misses the building. Chanapi's just thirsting so hard for the kill. Trying to get the flush out.
What do you call it? Battleships?
Battleships.
Yeah, they came with it like, I shoot at you, E3. Miss.
There we go, both players. Bruskel gets spotted out, and Chanapi makes a run for it across the gap. He's using the wall really well, and Bruskel's going to go for a res while all this is happening. The circle is also coming in. You've got Mr. Ted and Ab coming in on behind as well. Oh, God, Morpheus doesn't have that much time. Another nade comes out.
Oh, it blows up short. He tried to throw it by the door. Didn't really grant him what he wanted there. Wanted to get it through the window. That one, though, is going to be right at the feet of Morpheus, but he gets around the corner. A lot of time spent here, and as we can see, that new circle has popped already. And these guys are already forced to move because the blue is coming in. And AB and Mr. Teddy coming into third party. Not going to matter, though, because Snappy's already down.
There we go, and while that was happening, you've also got Ab and Mr. Ted coming up behind them. They hear what's going on. They want a bit of the action, and Ab just misses out where Bruskel is.
See him.
It's a nice, easy kill right there if he just peeks on over, but along with that, you've got Calamella and his teammate just waiting on the inside of the blue as well. There we go, Morpheus gets spotted out by Ab. He's going to go for a shot, lining it up. Nope, no, it's going to be too hard. But where's the second one? Mini 14, you might as well go for it.
Third party Fiesta, and we can see it right here. As soon as these guys enter the circle, they'll all be under fire. Circle 3, closing on in. Broxel taking damage again, and There we go.
Manages to make his way into the circle. He's going to get sprayed up by Calamel and Roxy God, and boom, he's out.
Not a whole lot more to do there. Rough rotation coming in from them. They simply spent too much time trying to get that kill up north. But then again, they couldn't really do a whole lot. They were just stumbling over each other, trying to get that fight finished off quickly. It didn't happen, and they take casualties on both sides.
Ballin also holding the side. Wow, 2 shots straight away by Roxy God, but 1 quick peek, and Roxy God's knocked Calamela nowhere near to refrag and get the kill. But he's going to be on his foot as well. He's going to get spotted out. Nice tags coming out by Ballin straight away. Yeah,
Ballin is a really good frag, and you can see him land these shots more often than up. And honestly, for Calamela, where do you go here? Sure, you have the ridge line to work with, but once that circle connects, it's going to start upping the damage in blue by quite a margin. Ballin, though, he is all by himself, so it's dangerous shots to take now. Circle, though, going up in his direction.
Look at what Morpheus has had to do. He's gone all the way around towards Crater Fields just to make his way into the circle. And the circle does go in towards Power Grid, so we're going to be seeing that hill and Power Grid finish.
What I would assume for Morpheus to do is go down towards that compound and try and make the run on up from there. Maybe even over towards where Calamela is. Does go down to the blue, though. Not a whole lot more to it than that. Ballin's like, what? Was that really my kill right there? Aww. And now he has to go inside the circle.
Gatka boys. He'll by himself.
They're out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
If they want to go to Gatka.
It's like, hey guys, there's no Gatka or Miramar.
I think I took the wrong plane. It's like, what is it? What is the movie? Home Alone in New York, right? Mom, I'm on the wrong plane. There's a desert. There's not supposed to be a desert.
But Ballin has that complete north side while Marsalek is spraying down Warwick's. Oh, so low. Nothing else connects. I'm not going to get a knock. But wait, hold on. Warwick's, excuse me.
No, Warwick's. He knocked himself.
He knocked himself. Jumped out a bit too fast, but meanwhile, all the kills going everywhere. We can see Sampula and Sakura getting a few kills onto Vital. Yeah. Alex finds Natsa, so that's MJ out as well. Reichs gets taken out by Marco. So everyone just being held off to get into this next circle. If you weren't in it at the start, it's going to be so hard to get into it now.
Exactly. We talked about if it went south, but it was the exact same situation if it goes up north. For those teams that are trying to make the run up this hill, it's practically impossible because these teams sitting up top, they are waiting and they're ready to harvest as much as they can off of people running around in the open like this.
Morpheus manages to make his way into the circle and takes down Quick from Existence. So he's already doing some work, trying to make his way in deeper. Mr. Ted gets knocked by the blue as well.
That is, that's unfortunate. But of course, that monster can do more damage than what you wanted to do. Rax goes down as well. That's once again free kill and Saints. I mean, they've been all over the place today. A win, then a 3rd place, and now they're starting to frag out here too.
Executive Duo are leading by 2 kills, and they currently only have 1 player, Alex. I think his teammate might have got... wait, how have they got 4 kills? Ooh. So his teammate must have got 3 and just left. While that happened, we can see aggressive Polax. They annihilated Gatka boys. Mr. Ted does die eventually. And Alex is really close to another team. That's Reverus and Co. Trucky spraying. Marsalek finally gets taken down with a good spray from Quick and Trucky.
Yeah, good long, not long range, but a medium range spray down coming in there. Rarely ever see the suppressor used on ARs anymore, but like to see it being put into use by Trucky. Does manage to get down 1. They knew it was only a knock, so they're looking for that extra player, because of course, especially in Miramar, if you can see one guy and it's not insta-kill, then odds are that that second player will be right on the corner.
Yeah, excuse me. MJ aren't out. They still have to hookah, so his teammate got completely flushed. See Revels duo looking for Tuho Yuho, who's trying to make his way to the circle.
Gotta play it together, guys. You gotta play it together. And Tuho gets the finish, or gets a knock on towards one player.
And throws a nade. He's going to go down to the same level, so he's going to change up his position. He's going to throw yet another nade, and they're waiting for him. Chili has no idea exactly where it could be. Could he still be on the rock, or could he be coming on his level?
Bait smokes being thrown. Will it fool Tuho, though? Will it fool him? He gets spotted out. Has level 3 gear, so he can tank a bit of bullets.
Oh, good spray control by Chili G.
Yeah, really impressively done. And you can see, will he be able to get the... Nope, not going to happen. His teammate went down.
It's not Chili G, it's just Chill G.
Chill G.
Oh, those G's meant to be like eyes, because it's got like an underscore from a face.
Yeah. Speaking of people that did well in the last 2 games, Free Kill and Saints are sitting well in it, and the only compound inside the circle. But Quick right there, living up to his name, getting a headshot connected on towards Marrow, and that's going to be him and his team down. Great reaction coming in there.
You can see Bram taking some shots over towards Existence after they get out of that Tuka. He's waiting, he's snaking, he hears Truck, he's going to peek up around the corner. Truck, he has no idea. He used the hip fire, falls really low. Oh, dear. Wait, oh, God.
Where did that vehicle come from? What the?
He was quick. He was in
Did
it.
he just sacrifice his teammate and hoping that he'd run over his opponent?
I can't. That is unfortunate. It's absolutely unfortunate.
Yeah, he's like, I'm coming to save you. No, and he went down. Because he even got the kill
Yeah, he
too.
got the
He
kill.
got the kill. He could have rested him, but I guess Mr. Blue Mirado said nope, ain't gonna happen.
There was no need to use the Marauder to rotate in there, but
Yeah,
it's okay.
that's just how it goes sometimes.
Do it for the Reddit. There we go.
He spotted him.
Ooh. First shot doesn't land on the head. It would have been huge. Alex is down. He is the only person remaining. He's in the blue now, and he's got two teams looking at. Oh, it's actually the
Vorex
same.
has the plateau below. Yeah, exactly. He can spot him from down underneath. What is he nading? He's just throwing everything. Must use utility before I get killed.
Shot's missing, but
Yeah,
Reverus
down.
goes for the spray.
That's the second MK14 we see in this group. That's it's a scary weapon because it's one of those weapons that you can toggle onto automatic fire, and it is super, super, super insane up close too.
Sampula and Sakura still alive and healthy. Two players a pop. They're running straight towards Vorex and his teammate Reverus, and they're going to be looking for that fight. There's a little, so this is the only way to get in further into the circle other than climbing. So they have to battle for this, and they're going to go for it. They know exactly that Vorex is there. Sakura has he spotted him? Yeah, he does. He goes for the spray, misses pretty much everything. Reverus replies, gets a bit of a tag, and now it's down to Sampula to do some sort of damage.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate one. They do have 4 kills already, so great job coming in from them, but he was taking shots from an open position, and that's something you can never do, especially when they have to jump on them. He didn't have to take those shots immediately, but when you're in a position where you start shooting like that and you don't consider what's going to happen once I start shooting, because he was sitting completely in the open. Didn't help him a lot that he missed those bullets either. Oh, that's a good headshot. Didn't help him that he missed the bullets, but when you're taking positions, like shots like that, you have to always worry about where am I sitting, and once he starts shooting back, do I have any cover? Because he didn't.
Vorex and Reverus, they know that they have to take this fight. They don't actually have the circle. Sakura does right now, but he doesn't have an angle on them. Sampula getting tagged up quite a bit. Needs to back off and heal.
Yeah, they're getting pinned down outside. You can see Sakura spotted out here. He knows he's up there.
Well, at least YMCA Esports has another way to get into the circle, and you can see on that high ground, whereas Reverus and his teammate, they have to go through the little pass, and they're trying. Sampula's trying to hold them. Vorex has made his way through, actually.
Yeah. The thing is right here, and especially with this area of the map, because we're kind of plateauing up on the top, you just cannot, I mean, I like the way that they're taking shots and then turning around looking elsewhere. You can see Cobra now getting himself a knock on towards Shun. There's still one more player, Hellcat, on the other side. Fights escalating everywhere. He does get taken down.
Nova doesn't win the fight, but that nade is rolling.
Yeah.
Oh, just rolls a bit too fast. It's going to be Hellcat. He wins that fight completely.
That was impressive, too. And he's going to be able to run on over and get the rest on up to his teammate as well. That was extremely impressive 1v2 performance.
Sampula died there. OPG's actually going to avenge his death by taking down Reverus. Look at this. This is hard for Vorex. You have to just run through this gap. There's nothing there. You can see Sakura. He's using that smoke to be able to get some sort of clear heading up on the mountain area. And you can actually spot Reverus as he makes his way in. Sorry, Vorex.
Yeah, he's trying to make the run underneath. They know that it's going to be a hard access point up and above, because that's going to be, as I said, pretty open run. So they want to make the run on around. And most importantly, if they can clear out this player that they're trying to right now in quick, then, well, I mean, they have the entire western flank to themselves, and that should be for an easier push for them.
Quick has also lost Truckee, but he's the one with all the kills right now, so you would want the guy that is carrying at the moment to be the last alive, take you into the further end stages of the game. It's phase 6. 8 teams remain, 11 alive, but the map looks so chaotic with the amount of different teams that are alive and where they are.
The thing is, there are so many of these players on that western side. We can see 7 of them right here, and the last remaining players have plenty of room to maneuver around out in the east. The only thing being that that's a somewhat open area, and Morpheus, somehow he's still alive. Everything considered, they had a skirmish early on, losing his teammate there. But he's alive and kicking. Well, at least alive. And chilling.
Sakura, just spotted Vorex. So he's been looking behind him, making sure that Vorex isn't coming up there. Ooh, quick. He's going to spot Morpheus. I think Morpheus might have heard him. He's just aiming in his direction. It's whoever gets the pick. Just Quick. Quick doesn't see his head. He doesn't spot it.
He was one with the nature.
Doesn't spot it. Morpheus wins that. Morpheus doing really well as a solo.
Yeah. Now he's getting the 82. He knew there were going to be people in the compound. That's why I didn't want to take those shots too early. I like the positioning from Saints. A little off-angle
There's a nade
surprise
coming.
element there. Both nades and blue. Morpheus, you're down mid.
Oh,
He actually
to
gets
the
taken
blue.
down by the blue too. Kills denied. Free kill and Saints won't get them with them, but they have secured themselves a top 6 spot in this game as well. That's all the games today with them being potentially inside of top 5.
Shun didn't get flushed. I thought he got flushed in that fight, but Hellcats managed to...
resed him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hellcats managed to res him
Yeah.
right now, and that's a good headshot being lined up. He's going to go for it!
Wow.
Sakura, one shot to a level 3 helmet as well. Must have been damaged like heck. And Sakura falls, and that is YMCA Esports out.
Not a whole lot to be done there. Waited for him to stand still for a split second. And these guys, I mean, they're just landing shots. I mean, it's not only this team, it's just overall. Love to see that the competitive integrity and raw mechanical aim is this much on point.
We're coming to the closest stages of the game. Shun gets another kill onto
continues.
Marco. Marco's getting taken out. Dream Duo eliminated in 5th place. OPG wants to take the fight towards Vorix, and he's going to make the push. A nade actually lands, and Vorix gets taken out. 4th place, 3 teams alive, 3 teams remaining, 6 alive. And now OPG has his entire south area to play around with, to make a flank, to make a push, to do what he wants. And he knows exactly where Monko and Amiga are.
Yeah, I mean, Opia and Bram, they've got things going here. The only potential issue could be that if Opia overcommits to this position, then and they get spotted out, it's going to be really hard for them to get back up on that side of the hill. But as they realize, they are very alone on that southwestern side. Just 3 teams remaining, duos on all. Nobody losing players, and got to give it to him. Got to give it to him for free kill and his teammate there. The fact that they've made it into top 3 games in a row in a duo setting on 2 different maps, that is very impressive.
We've got a true Mexican standoff here. 3 teams, both duos, all on different parts of the circle. It's going to be a 3-way fight. You can see full focus and backstab. They're trying to crawl up. They're trying to sneak up. They know where Monk and Omega are. Look at that. Even the slow crawl.
Got to play those placement points. There's a lot on the line here.
Everyone's in the circle. Phase 7. The next circle is going to cause complete carnage and mayhem. And I think OPG and his teammate, they don't have a good spot. Another headshot lands.
Too. What is up with this guy? What did he get for breakfast?
Right. Look at that.
That's 3 bullets fired and 3 headshots connected. Sure, he had a little 3 helmets, so he lives to see another day. But that was insane. The reaction time, too.
Oh, this is clever, right? So they're not going to go straight for the closest part of the circle, which is to push full force and backstab. Hellcat's actually going to go south, go for the full rotation round. Going to take the fight to OPG and his teammate in the shed. Oh, this gives him so much information, exactly. Yeah. And he can see where Signs is as well.
I always like to compliment players that really use the terrain to their advantage, and you have to, especially in a duo setting. You don't have that much time to react. In 2 split seconds, that could be both you and your teammate eliminated. So you gotta know your surroundings, and it seems like both Shun and the Hellcat really are utilizing it well. But as I said for Opia and Bram before, if they overcommit to that shack, it could be the death of them. Now it seems like they made their way out, and Shun doesn't want to start shooting yet. I'm not sure exactly why not. If I had 3 headshots in a row, I'd be pretty confident in my
I was waiting for him to hit that running headshot.
Yeah,
I was waiting.
Exactly. I just start shooting. We do know that that last circle will go center, though. So at least for now, Free Kill and Saints are sitting pretty well in it. But Shun didn't want to run with him, and they now split off.
Ooh, Shun, he needs to be careful. 1 step too far and Free Kill. He's going to get himself a free kill.
Yeah, they can't help each other either, because they're completely split off one another.
They're doing an alright job. You can see Hellcat's trying to get some sort of elevation, trying to come up behind OPG and Bram. He does spot them out. The nade, he's going to cook it and throw it. Let's see if it lands and does a bit of damage. And it's straight on. Oh my god, what?
Bram's like, wait, what? Where did that nade come from? Shun gets taken down, and as I said, there is no help coming in. Unfortunately, this split didn't work out the way they wanted it to.
Nonetheless, Bram's been tagged up. He has to heal. OPG also gets tagged up by Hellcat as well. And now, full force and backstab, they're forced to use the smokes just as a bit of cover. But they're actually unsure. They're waiting for the second teammate.
The thing is, they haven't heard Opie and Bram shoot for a while, so they don't know exactly what direction they pushed into this one.
They still think Hellcat's up on the on the ridge as well.
It's all been nades, and it can be really hard to locate where those nades were thrown from if you don't see the nade itself midair. Now Opie does get spotted out, so he's going to go down to under half HP. Nade coming in towards Hellcat 2, taking him down low.
These are some insane nades, bouncing off the train, actually landing close and doing damage. Doesn't do damage to the armor though, but it does take out that extra med kit, first aid, whatever bandage you have that you have to use. You can see now Hellcat running out of nades. 1, but 4 smokes might come in to play right about now.
And more importantly, for those fights that are just seconds away from happening, that nade, if it takes you under 75, you have to wait a while to get back on up. Hellcat did everything he could, but not gonna happen. Saints and free kill. A win, a third, and potentially a second win here. Absolutely insane performance. OP 11 HP. He's gonna go down, and now there's just one left remaining, and they know exactly where he is.
Bram falls down really low. The blue is pushing him. He doesn't have time to heal. And you can see Saints in full focus. They're going for the all-out charge.
Yeah.
There's going to be easy pickings for them. But Bram, he's going to try and be a soldier and fight on right till the end. The nades are coming out. Free kill. He falls really low. This might be a 1v1. Saints has the angle. Free kill. He's out of action for right now. The Bram's going to be tanking the blue, taking the fight, and he is going to fall eventually to the... Oh, he's going to be free kill. Picks him up. And that is so good for full force and full focus and backstab. They had one kill. They had one kill coming into the top 3, and they've just overtaken every single team there.
They got the last 4 kills in that entire game, and not only that, but 2 wins and a third.
Yeah. You're in the top 16.
They're on a roll here, man.
See you next
they're
week,
doing
boys.
really well. That's absolutely mad. I mean, very, very insane to see. Also, we got to give it to Bram and OP. Their rotations, the way they use the terrain there, really worked. And Shun as well. Those headshots. Whew.
Oh
they
my
were
God.
just on point. He was feeling it. He was feeling it.
For it.
I like
the Kar98 headshots, like any sort of bolt action headshots, really impressive. I wish I had that kind of skill. Blow my fingers, let's hope so. Just your highlights from the game. Unfortunate fights for some of these teams.
That's what it was, right?
Yeah.
I mean, these rotations coming in from the north. We talked about how many teams were going to come in from up here, and that's also why the teams that were up north, in the end of things, Free Kill and Saints, they had no one up there because they'd all been fighting each other for the longest of time, right? So there was barely any teams up there, and everyone in the end just came pushing in from the south.
Here we go.
This one was interesting.
So it's, okay, so Quick is like, I'm coming. Oh, wait, there's a guy fighting. I'm going to jump out. And he actually gets the kill. He styled him.
He did bait it. He did bait it pretty well. I gotta give it to him. He did bait it pretty well, but unfortunately, of course, not really the result he would have wanted off of it.
Timing, absolute timing right there. But good. That's a nice, easy headshot.
I was gonna say, this one most people could probably do, but the ones to come afterwards.
What? What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
A good flick there for still 300 meters. This one though, I'm questioning their split. I mean, the idea was good, but when you're only 2 and you have no way to cover one another, that's what duos is here. Especially when you're in this open terrain. I like the idea of splitting out, but then you cannot go aggressive. If you're splitting, then you have to be passive. Then you have to wait for them to come up. You can get down the first one immediately. That's going your way. And then you have a chance at a 50-50 against the other guy. When you're splitting, you cannot go aggro the way that they did and got them killed.
You have to take the fight from 2 different angles. That's the whole point of splitting up, so you can't be aggressive. But again, it shows confidence, and I absolutely love confidence when it comes to solos doing the best that they can, and we did see them from those 2 showing absolute confidence with the Kar98, and especially the rotations they did. But nonetheless, 2 wins for Full Focus and Backstab, and an insane amount of points coming in. Can they carry it on through to the last game? This is the final chance for the EU to qualify in the top 16 to get through for $40,000 next week. So we'll see what happens in the final game after this break. One more game stands in between the top 16 and the bottom 32 for a chance to go through the Wingman Grand Finals next week in the EU and CIS plus Turkey region to fight over $40,000 US. A lot of money for 2 people, duos, to split between them. My name is Tal, this is Toby, and we're going to be rounding things off for Season 7 week qualifying. Well, game number 4, qualifying week, whatever.
It's a lot of things to keep track of.
Yeah, it's a lot of things to keep track of. So many Wingman, so many weeks. Finals are next week, guys. This is the last game.
It's going to be crazy. Who will make it through and who won't? Well, we'll know after this game. And they'll get to go back onto Miramar. Now, we've had 3 games, of course. I mean, odds are that if you don't have a city ending, it's a really open ending when you go to Miramar, right?
Yep.
Irankle, though, they were also open in each their way. But so for this one, do we get that city ending? Do we get the crazy island ending? What do we get here? What do we get here?
As a narcissist as I am, I love to see an island ending, whether it's Los Higos or the two islands that literally have no bridges to them. I would absolutely love it. But let's have a look at the scores for Game 3. You can see Full Focus and Get Backstab. Another 30-point game for them. 5 kills, really high up on the leaderboard there in terms of the kills. Second place is Kurtz. 22 points, 21 points, 18, 17. As you can see, everyone going down. YMCA Esports coming in. They were number 1 on the overall leaderboard.
Yeah, they were sitting pretty well in it. But here, Full Focus. I mean, today has just been all about them.
Yep.
It's absolutely insane in a duo setting. And this is why so many of these placements are somewhat close. Even though they say, oh, that first place you get so much more. It is that much harder to get a first place in a duo tournament than it is in a squad game. There's just no way around it. There are way too many teams, and there's just way too many individual fights you have to make your way through.
There we go. Before we go into the final game, we're going to see the total leaderboard. Currently in the top spot, Beauty and the Beast. About roughly 10 points, 10 plus points ahead. But I'm more interested in the bottom half of the top 16. 108 for Gifted Gaming PUBG.
Look at how many are close.
Yeah, I know. Look at
all
of this.
All the way down. We go all the way down to 24th. There's a lot of chances for upsets here.
5, 6, 7, 8. 8 teams are in contention to get into the top 16.
That is a lot of potential upset coming in. Honestly, if you're playing this game, there's no way... Because sometimes you can do the whole playing and kind of do the math in your head at the same time. There's no way in hell you can keep track of 9 different teams if you're trying to either make it into the top or stay there.
Well, I just saw where Full Focus and Backstab are. They're like really close to the bottom. They've got 117 points in total.
Just haven't been fragging out the other day, so now it's time to step up.
It is, and they are stepping up, but will it be enough? And they need to carry it on through till this final game. Not a position you want to be in. But we're going to get another one of those lovely planes that go in from the north, going to the south. Not directly down the middle, but it's going to be Miramar, and everyone can go where they want to go.
And I guess it's fair this time around that we do go a little bit further out west, considering that last game was the eastern one. So this one is west, last was east, and now everyone should be at least somewhat satisfied.
You see Existence, Quick and Trucky there. They usually loot the south mountainous area just below Los Leones. Mise and Tuho Yuho. Finally, a Picardo hot drop coming in. Pishkot and Chinapi. Oh god, they're going in the same building. Chinapi just misses.
I mean, I know it's not a big city, but this is very close.
Oh, who can reload faster?
This is extremely close to one another. No vest, no helmet, no nothing, and the pistol beast, the AK-47.
Right from the side. Misse had no clue at all that Piscot was going to be there. Takes him out. That's a yikes.
It's just one of those where, I mean, when you think about it, I know it's probably, and that's a Northern Circle too. We'll get into that in a moment, but there's a lot of ways that could have been avoided. I mean, he followed them. He probably eyed them all the way down as they were flying next to them in the parachute, right?
Yeah.
There are a lot of other places. I mean, we're talking duos. It's not like you have to loot up a full squad of 4 players.
Yeah.
You could just go to like 2 houses and you can have pretty much what you need to make that first rotation off. Because you can probably loot up, get more loot going once you get into the second spot you're going to play from, right? With the first rotation coming in. But speaking of rotations, a lot of teams will have to make that traverse up north, and it's not going to be an easy one for all of them.
Yeah, you can see El Pozo and Los Leones, the 2 biggest cities. There's lots of players just around, near and about there. Noba, he's in the South Islands right now.
He's far south.
Looting up, he's all right. He's okay. He's got the longest rotation to take out of everyone on the map currently. But hopefully, there shouldn't be anyone in his way. It's just going to be getting into the circle. Once everyone's already there, it's going to be hard for him. Yeah, I was going to say, you don't want to take those fights straight away. You don't want to go for those hot drops because it's all about RNG or what weapon you get. But Piscot says, it doesn't matter. I can get an M9. I can still win.
Yeah, just get yourself those pistols and then get yourself some kills off of them. Not exactly the best weapon for fights where the opponent actually spots you, but in this case, it wasn't the worst for him. No helmet, no vest, no nothing. And Pistol took him out, and Piscot, well, that's going to be Tuho out, and that's going to be QuickMatt out with that as well. 22nd place for the boys.
Freakle and Signs, they're happy with their circle. Just exactly what Full Force and Backstab need. Of course, they're not safely in the top 16. 117 points, and it's 107 points just out of the top 16.
They will need yet another game of what they've already been able to do so far today.
And that circle is giving them as much luck as possible. They can get center circle early and they can just wait for the placements. And like they did in the last game, they didn't have much kills going to the final top 3, but they still fragged out at the end. And sometimes that's where it matters the most.
Exactly. You got to keep in mind that in order to get kill points that are equivalent to the amount of like the placement you get, that's 20, make that 10 kills. You would need 10 kills. And in a duo setting, that's 5, at least, because you could be up against a solo too, right?
Yeah.
That's at least 5 individual engagements you've had where you've beat them both and most likely also survived with both your teammates. And we know how high the level of play is in this tournament. Expecting to win 5 fights in one match without taking any casualties, that is near impossible.
Sampula and Sikora, they are kind of safely in the top 16. They just want to pad the extra points going in. I would say get a better seeding. As
Also, we got to say,
every
every single point they get here is points
Denial.
taken away from the guys that are trying to make it in, right? So, so if they want to play with the devil's horns, then then they can be the beast that steal the points.
That's the game. Ab and Ted going to get tagged up. No tag on them yet, but on the vehicle, yes. You can see black smoke coming out of it just a tiny bit. Everything missing. Picarda Power Rangers. They're actually going to stop. They're going to go for the fight.
They have to. That vehicle can't go any longer. And that's the thing. When you've had that first rotation come in and it's already starting to smoke, you don't know when you run into team number 2. They could be right around the next hillside. And if they're sitting there for much longer, believe me, that would have been that vehicle exploding and both of them gone down. But you can see here as well. I mean, these guys were not at all expecting them to fight back. Well, they're like, oh, they must be gone by now, right? Nope, not the case.
Now, Mr. Ted just throws some warning shots. Fortunately, none of them hit. It would have been great if one did, and they could have committed to that fight. But nonetheless, nothing did hit. But it gives them the chance to make this gap a lot wider.
Also, they have a bit of a run to make. So, makes perfect sense that they want to get on up north. But as you can see, the Power Rangers, they ain't giving up on them that easily.
Metamorphin super fast Power Rangers.
No, these are just the Picarda ones.
Oh, sorry. Okay. The Mexican.
Yeah.
The Mexican Power Rangers.
Yeah, I was gonna say something that would probably make me come off as a as someone with little respect for certain people. So I'm not even gonna try and make a weird accent.
No, I wouldn't even try myself. I would just butcher it. But all against us duo. They only have one team against them at the current moment, but they have managed to make their way towards San Martin. They can get into the building. They are safe and sound from the Power Rangers as they come in. You can see a rotation by Opie and Bram on the western side. They're coming in on the road. You've got Estefy and his teammate. They're going to spot them.
That's the thing, right? These roads, sure, they're good and to make it easy for you to rotate on through, but it is also the spot that all these teams love to sit around and do their little ambushes from. Noble, he has quite a journey ahead of him, and hopefully for him he'll get himself a vehicle some point soon, because boop, that's going to be the circle hitting him, and most likely he ain't going to be catching up to it for quite a while.
Yeah, is there a vehicle nearby for him? And Opie, he's going to get spotted out by Tuka.
I don't know why I said it like that.
Tuka! Oh, there we go. Tuka doesn't actually land any shots, but the shots get landed on him. 58 HP,
Where's
dropping
your teammate? Natsa is already driving off. He's like, just get in the vehicle already. We have a rotation to make here. Stop shooting. We're trying to get inside the bloody circle.
Yeah, time that you don't spend rotating into the circle is everyone else that is already in the circle. And because of how north this circle is, you don't really see many players going towards the lake at the top. You know, you've got Tora Ahumada also in at the moment. That now all this rotation is going to come straight past Eyeballers. And why are you stopping there, Opie? He stops, and now Vilden.
The death of him.
Oh no, Vilden doesn't land any shots, but now he's stuck. He's in the crossfire between Vilden and Archie, and Opie, he's going to fall. A rookie mistake there, but unfortunately that's what happens when you get greedy mid-rotation. You've already got teams that haven't rotated in.
I don't know if I want to call it a rookie mistake, but that's the thing with Miramar and these duo games. You have to expect there to be teams everywhere.
Yeah.
And especially when you have a circle that is this far on one edge and you're rotating in, not late, but later, you have got, like, you cannot just stop in the open like that. That's a scary, scary spot to be in. He, of course, thought he was all by himself, and he's probably thinking, why in the bloody universe would it even make sense for a player to sit up on that mountainside? Well, for situations just like those.
And it does pay off. You can see Vorex and his teammate, Reverus.
They heard the shots. They heard the shots.
Yeah. And now look, Vilden has spotted them out. He's going to try and get into a different position, try and get a better angle at them. Yep. He's being aimed at the moment. They're trying to hunt him down. Now Archie, you can just see on the mini-map on the left there, he's going to cross the road and try and get a different angle, and they can have a crossfire.
Vilden is going full ostrich in this one. If I can see them, then they can't see me. He's just sitting back there saying,
not even going to peek.
I am not here. I'm not here.
Reichs does fall to, well, Zoe.
I can respect that.
It's on rotation as well.
Yeah.
See, his vehicle is still rolling off there in the distance.
Valve Soy.
Well,
is that what we're going to call him? I mean, I think that was a valid attempt at a
yeah,
pronunciation.
I don't know how to say that W that's in between.
I have no idea. Valve Soy. Yep, that's my bet. Wilden, caught with the smoking hand. Feels bad, man. He's going to go down, and I don't think that Archie's going to be anywhere near to save him, unfortunately. So that's going to be him
not
down
sure.
and out. Because I was like, hey, bro, I'm still looting. Wilden, what are you doing?
God.
We have far to go. Why did you go down? And Archie might just want to get into that vehicle now because, as I said just before, you have a pretty damn long rotation to make from here.
And he's got a party bus, so not the best vehicle to be making this rotation in, especially on the north side. But look at the circle. No one's in it.
And look at the east here. The main issue is going to be because we will see that east side be open. Nice on putting in there. But we will see that east side be open for one reason and one reason alone. The guys that are coming in from the west now, we're talking BLC, we're talking Estefy and all these guys, they have no intention of going out on the eastern side of the circle. So they'll just stop center, right?
Yeah.
Which means that for the guys that want to go all the way through and all the way on the other side, they can't because these guys, like right here, they're blocking them off. You can't make your way to the eastern side unless if you rotate all the way around. And with this circle being this far north, you simply won't have time to do so.
It's going to be absolute carnage. Every single team is going to be coming in from that western side.
He just hit it?
Yeah, Chill just hit with the second shot. He didn't hit the shot when he was Digger was still, but he hit it when he was moving in the buggy. But it wasn't a headshot, so he doesn't get the knock, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Killer Instinct currently leading the kill tracker right now. Estefy also leading the damage taken on that Mirado as well. He still hasn't stopped his rotation. No one has stopped shooting at him on his rotation either.
You see here, I mean, this is the situation we're dealing with where everyone's trying to rotate on through. It's first team to go on up. Maybe that's second team to go on out. It's going to be executive duo. Feels bad for them. But as you can see, BLC was shooting up towards Estefy. That's going to be them not wanting to rotate further. Now, other teams are going around the top of this nade. This nade bounced further. Oh, my lord. That
just
was
above, too high.
A little bit of a centimeter from connecting there. That would have been free kill gone down.
And this is going to be, this is full focus and backstab. They don't want to take this fight, especially against Sampula and Sakura. You know, the chances of you surviving against some of the, like these top two players.
It's also because it's open and they're still in the midst of their rotation.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if they honestly, at this point and in this area of the map, if you take a fight in these sort of areas that lasts more than, I want to say, 10 to 15 seconds. So full spray down, reload, shoot again. If you haven't killed your opponents and started healing by that time, 9 out of 10 times there'll be other teams either having heard you shoot and run towards you, or already be looking at you and be like, we're going to engage this now, right? There's so many third-party opportunities here that you have to be really quick about
the God of Dreams, Morpheus and Bruskel, they're going to spray to Hookah, and
they get no kills.
Yeah, they get no points. I mean, they dream, but they don't dream well enough, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's a good effort.
He's going to dream now, Tuka. He's going to dream forever. Because he's dead.
Oh God, really morbid. Welcome to the Morbid Show with Talha and Toby.
That's just how it is. Archie still has a bit of a rotation to make. He's yet to make it inside from the blue. I believe our southern friend Noro is down there as well. And now Vorix and Reverus, they have been out hunting all game long, but I don't think they've got themselves a kill yet.
No, they're not even in a really good position to get into the circle. They have to take this fight or keep rotating north. But it's just at the top of the hill. They'll be silhouetting quite a bit. Everyone can see them on that ridgeline.
And I don't think they have vehicles either. I'm pretty sure they've run from Saint Martin all the way to where they are now. Kudos for them.
Oh, they do have vehicles.
Kudos for them making it right there. Vorix have found himself, though, seems like a Mirado. So no Mirado on our screens. It's fake.
Well, they're going to be zooming past, and look at this. Mlade, Pusky, they want to get the frags. They're just chasing this vehicle. They're going to try and spray it down, but those two in that Mirado, they've taken some blue damage, so the chances of them getting knocked out is very high.
Archie coming in from the north here is going to be all about happy with that one. I do believe we still have a player that we can't see here who's far down south. Noro, that was rotating earlier. I don't think he's made his way into the circle. We just saw him quickly there. From one rotation into another, and they're constantly being shot at these guys. Vorix and company, though, still alive somehow. Kalimilla?
He's fallen. He was on rotation right now. This does not look good for full focus and backstab, but suddenly Bruskel runs out of ammo. Signs manages to survive just a tiny bit. Can this spray connect? No, it doesn't. Morpheus and Chill actually get taken out, so that's another team gone. While that's happening, Bruskel just finds the gap in the wall, and Signs falls.
You saw Signs from above Or Satan's still trying to be helped from above, but not gonna have him. Free kill will have to once again do the sneaky peeky place that he did in game number 2 on Erangel. In all fairness, he got himself a 3rd place that game, so let's see if he can do something equal to what he did there.
I mean, you've got the ammo. Why not go for the shots? Existence
play
quick. Oh, no, but it's red.
Wow.
Quick and Trucky get taken out.
Great play though, nice use of the terrain, but and the building structure. But Marcelek says, "Ha, I've seen that one before. He ain't gonna be fooling me with that."
Monka Omega also looking quite monka at the
I
moment.
like that name, Monka Omega Giga.
I'm actually loving the. They've obviously made it the
logo.
their logo. Yeah.
Gotta embrace the
The
memes.
nice
Gotta embrace
eyes.
the memes.
Shun just hiding behind a carriage. He knows where Vital is. Vital doesn't have the information just yet, so he's a bit too haphazard at the moment on peeking. But he's gonna run out across. His teammate does go down, Pluto, and he just spots out Shun just right at the last second. It's very low as well. He might be able to pick up his teammate.
Some might say it's vital that he picks up his teammate. He's sure is using a lot of smokes trying to...
This is a lot of smokes in all areas. Holy.
That's 6 smokes. If he gets into an open ending this game...
Oh my god, here comes a nade. And the nade's going to be... just bounces over. I feel like these smokes just gives Shun... He's throwing another nade.
I mean, it's kind of doing exactly what he wants him to do in saying, if nades do come in, then he's not going to know which smoke to throw it into. So in that sense, it works, but I feel like this could have been done with 2 smokes, maybe, not 6.
I mean, you have the building that you
and
can
how
just
many
rest
smokes
behind
does
as
he
well.
have left now? Because if they have to make a run, you can see how open it is on the outside here, right? If he has to make a run across from here, he has 0 smokes now.
There's the thing. I would have loved to see Shun use those smokes and push up and close that gap.
Now, his teammate does have 4, but I'm going to call this one
0.
poor utility management because he doesn't have any left. Maybe it was one of those, I really don't want to lose my teammate, so I'm just going to put everything down on it. But you gotta play it for the marathon and not just a little foot race there. It's gonna... If this one goes north, and it does, that's a long run in the open without any cover.
Cobra Toxin. He wants to get involved. They want to get involved in this fight. Noba has managed to make his way into the circle. Finally, Unknown gets tagged up a tiny bit. Noba needs to give the covering fire. Unknomery.
Hits the scraps down just in front of him. The sand ate that bullet. And this is the issue with these circles, right?
Yeah.
We're already moving in 30 seconds. These guys,
forever
they've
rotating.
barely even looked at the map yet because they've been fighting for so long and they have to go far up north now. It's going to be real hard for them to run anywhere. And as we said before, as we saw before, it's a long run in the open. These guys, they can't take vehicles. They know that they have opponents nearby. And not only are they going to be shut at by the teams that are already sitting tight in the circle, they also have to fight each other while running towards the next circle.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely horrible.
Okay, yeah. So Pluto and Vital here. They're playing well. They know they need to take care of Shun. He's holding the angle around the corner of the wall. They're checking the building. He's not going to be there. So now it's either he's behind the building, behind the wall, or he's left.
Or
But
he's
what
left
do you do?
already. Yeah, you got to clear it together. You got to play it together. You got to play it smart. And that one was really, really well executed from Vital.
They have the advantage there when they
These
peek around the
edge
corner.
circles, what's going on?
It is just forever rotating. Archie finds 3 kills, so
Ooh,
that's
is that gonna
full
be
focus.
enough?
They're out, 15th place.
0 kills too.
Oh.
That's gonna be such a feels bad considering how insane of a day they've had. If they come off short, even with that, of course, I mean, it goes to show that they haven't been able to put up the numbers in the other weeks. But the fact that they are so close with such a good performance and then fail to make it.
But these boys, they're so close into the circle. Unknown's going to push around, finds a headshot of Maro. Now going to push straight onto Marcelek, who's behind a rock. But Marcelek wins the fight. Marcelek's made it into a 1 versus 1. Noba, low, grenade in hand behind a rock. The Marcelek's been shot from elsewhere. The nade lands right next to Marcelek. He can't use the rock for cover. But it's going to be Marcelek finds the head of Noba as well. And he's going to have enough time to get his teammate up.
That is very crucial and great play once again by Marcelek. First, we saw him get that read on the player that sat out on the outside of the window. This time around, 1v2 essentially. In winning that fight there. Great reaction plays coming in from him. Not only, as I said to yourself right there, Talha does he stay alive, but he also gets his teammate back up. Very crucial.
Look at this. You've got Team Aboriginal. They're going straight into the compound. They want to take the fight. They're hunting for all these kills. They know they're a bit low.
Too.
Yeah, they know they're low, so they just rotate straight in on the inside of the circle. Marcelek and Maro have to push through them now. They have to take this fight.
Running around, maybe looting some more smokes. That would make sense for Vital. He's probably going to be needed them at some point soon. See Bram here by himself. He spots out one team. I think he's even seen a third player. He's like, There's not supposed to be this many players next to each other, is there?
I see feet.
And a lot of them too. When is he gonna shoot though? What's the call gonna be for him to start doing something? Bolos asados.
Chicken.
Yeah. Yeah, then we go German. Yeah.
Yes.
Chicken. Sehr gut.
Archie, he knocks Sakura. There we go.
Ooh, 1v2.
And then knocks Sakura again. 1v2, taking out Sakura and Sampula. That's YMCA. Could that be enough for them as well? How many kills did they get?
Pluto,
2.
whenever your friend is knocked and you have to hold the ankle, don't hold it with a nade.
Morrow finds Vital and finishes him off, takes him out. Bruskel falls as well for Power Rangers. Chanapi falls on his team. Everyone falling quite close. Well, Power Rangers are now out of the game. Pluto being tagged up right behind the last one remaining. He's trying to escape. Marslek shooting him up before he gets around the corner. He gets wiped out. Blonzo clan annihilated.
They're getting
Team
a
Aboriginal.
lot of kills here, Marslek. I believe that's his 4th kill coming into the game already. Starting to rack up. Of course, there are still 14 players left alive. But Morrow and Marslek, they have a little bit of a journey to make from the south. You saw how open it was. When we had that last player make the run on up. And it ain't going to be any less open for these 2 players.
Okay, right. A crate dropping right in the middle. Call me Marco and his team are going to be getting it. Bram just holding. He's sitting in there. I just wanted to see what kind of elevation Welzoy has by the thing there. Observers, please, while this fight goes on, Piscott gets tagged up. He doesn't get a knock. Then he has to fall back. He's got the concrete building to play around.
This is the center, the most center position. And these guys are fighting forward. Piscott is trying to make the run on out to get the info. Bram, this position. It's known now, but Piscott, he's not going to peek it, obviously. The thing is, for Bram, he can't shoot, because the only thing he can do from his vault.
Yeah,
and that's going to be him exposed for a solid second, and that should be enough for Piscott to spot him out. Maybe just throw Nate down there for the memes.
Should do that. Just check it out. I mean, he's looking towards it.
I don't think he's considering it, because they've been here for a while now, right? He's backing off, so these 2 solos, they're going to be sharing this building. Only Bram knows, though. Only Bram knows that there's a player just on the other side. Piscott ain't going to be sitting around for much longer. Is he, though? Something doesn't feel right. He does have the killer instinct, you see?
I smell something
He does have
fishy.
the killer instinct. At least according to his name.
He's going to try and take the fight with Marco, who is peeking. What an insane shot! Piscott makes it a 1v1, and Marco is so far away from his teammate, Rax. While the smoke does go down, he might be able to get up, but that nade is going to deny any sort of push coming in. It might even hit Marco. It does. Marco, in the second nade, is going to finish him off and give the 2 points straight to Piscott. 3 kills right there. Oh, good shot. Really good reactions coming out by him.
That was insane. He could only see the head there, and he just flicked. Did you see his gun? There is a bit of a gap behind the box. There's a bit of a gap where you can see a weapon, but it's just one of those where, sure, we can see it technically, but because he doesn't expect it, then he's not even going to look for it.
And when you're in game, you're looking at so much other, so many things else. You're not going to spot like that little fraction.
It's always those moments where like, oh, he was right in your scope, but I was not at all looking. But you can see it right here. We see it.
You can actually see it.
We see it all the time, but he's not. I mean, that could be any little texture thing, right? He's not gonna. He's not even gonna be thinking that.
Archie's found himself in a very hard, but that.
You see it right there.
And the pan too. It's got a target on it.
The pan, I'm here.
That's a good nade, but it's not going to be the nade that finishes them off. Look, Belzoy and Zmesky, they've got a good position. They've kind of rotated in deeper into the circle, but they're not in the area. But it doesn't matter because they're tagging up Rax. A headshot lands on him. He has to fall back. And now, you're on the center compound. You do have the hard cover there, but everyone is elevated above you, so they can see in.
Yeah, it's tricky. The only thing is that he's going to have to sit there and say, please, northeastern shift, please. That's when you start praying to Hulk Jesus. And you just say, we need that circle up here. We desperately need that circle up here because if it goes anywhere else.
Piscott is looking in that direction, and I'm sure, if he just stopped, breathed for a second, he'll be able to spot that pan. And the backpack. There's so much there for him to spot.
We say that, but, I mean, he's barely moving.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a tough read. And he'll be looking at the replay. Let's put it this way. He'll be looking at the replay and be like, wait, are you actually
from now on, I'm checking that. Come on.
We just want him to see it. We want it. He's on his screen. Spot him.
The M16's right there.
I think it's a lot, but that doesn't change the fact that it's extremely close. I just want him to see him and go wait. Just zoom in on it. It's is that a gun?
Thankfully, it's not clipping through the wall, because then that
would be the obvious sign, right? Taken
Did
damage.
He hit him?
Yeah. I think they hit each other. Yeah, they hit each other.
HP.
Hit each other.
Insane Car
Can he
98
spot the hit now?
sniping.
Look at
Oh,
the
go
gun,
for the
it's
jump
down
shot. Go
there.
for the jump shot.
The gun is down there. Imagine that hitting too. Did Bram just move? Biscuit. I mean, even if Bram moved him out and vaulted up, there's no way he would spot him. I don't think so at this
Bram
point.
was like, okay, it's okay. Everything is fine. It's all cool. He hasn't noticed you yet. He probably won't notice you. Piss got too busy. Rax, he still knows that Rax is nearby.
I can see the fear in his eye. Don't spot me. Why did I eat that extra burger for breakfast? He's run off. Bram survived the endeavor. Somehow, Bram survived.
Oh, don't stand still, Marsalek.
No, the thing is also for Piscot, how many people does he want to know where he is? Because you can see here, he wants to run out, right? He cannot just start shooting aggressively on all these guys. He has a somewhat open position on the backside, but Marsalek is running up towards them. He needs to make a decision soon as to where he wants to go.
That's a lot of smokes around the north side. You can see Velzoy and Smeshki, they want to get in really badly. They need to go for this push, and they're going to run past Bram too.
I was going to say, how many teams will get in towards Bram without seeing him?
Oh, Piscot's in a really good spot. If he comes around the corner of that wall, he'll spot both of these just lined up. He can go for a little spray down. But it's how long... Is he on the wall or is he inside?
And the circle has gone far west now as well. Piscot is holding one.
He can get behind the boxes.
Yeah, Piscot could jump down behind the box, but it wouldn't give him a whole lot because he would have to move out in just a short moment anyway. 35 seconds until that circle starts closing on in. And both Bram, Piscot, and the guys who just made it into the compound will have to make that leap from there.
Yep, Reichs, he can kind of stay in the compound a bit longer. A bit of it, it's still in this next zone. So he's okay. He just needs to hold that concrete building a bit better. But it's just about the timing. And
Piscot is the new Bram.
Piscot's the new Bram.
He's embraced it. I like it.
Bonzo Clan with 7 kills. That's Marsalek and Morrow. They are going absolutely ham right now. Then they don't have the center compound. They don't have the center circle right now. That's a good nade. It's a flashbang as well. Piscot,
like
he is tagged up by it. He's not expecting Shmesky to come in. A good read by those two. And they secure that area for them. Morrow looking to increase his kill count. I mean, all the kills are on the teammate, but the Rax finds Marsalek, so he's knocked and out of the... I don't think he's out just yet. No, he's not out just yet. But Borden makes his way into the circle.
I love the flash play that we saw there. They had the idea that there could still be people in the compound. They heard shots fired there from before. They were even tagged by the guy from inside that compound. And they played it safe, they played it smart, and used that one utility that we rarely ever see used. But you saw the effect of it right there. There was no way in hell that Piscot could do anything.
Now, it's all about Bram. Can he just spoil? Shmesky's making his way towards him. He gets into a fight with Bram. Bram takes both of them out. They line up. He was waiting, and it pays off. 16 HP. He's got enough time to heal, and now he can take the fight on with Rax.
That is fortunate and well played by Bram as well.
Look at that. Patience is a virtue, Toby.
Indeed it is. It is. As I said earlier, it's not all about that sprint. You got to be in it for the marathon, and Bram sure was. He didn't take any chances, and he only shot when spotted, or at least when he had both those players in his line of sight, and got himself a double off of it too. Well done to you, Bram.
Right, throwing the precautionary nade inside, making sure that Bram's not in there. It does bounce off. Doesn't connect with anyone, I think.
I think Bram's on the backside of the building.
Yeah, he's on the backside of the building right now. And he's just about in the circle. It's a good position to be in.
Play it safe, play it for the points, but as you can see here, once again, the circle does exclude that compound. And this time around, it's going to be completely out of the picture. And look at this open run they would have in front of them. Honestly, at this point, you got to crash south. Yep, exactly. You got to make it up to that hilltop, up towards where Marrow is, and then you got to try and take the fight there. The thing is, it's 2 solos, and they have to run side by side up there. It's going to be practically impossible for them to get there.
Yeah, Ab here. You've got Marsalek and Morrow, the Bonzo clan. They're currently leading the kill count at the moment. I think it's 7 or 8 kills.
Yeah, 7
currently.
kills so far.
And Ab, he's going to be playing spoiler. He's playing Snake. I think Marsalek's looking his direction.
Rax is waiting for him too. I mean, he heard him take out 2 players, right? So he's like, there's one more guy in the compound. I'm going to get that kill. That's going to be 1 placement secured.
Grenade in hand.
And we'll see what...
That's a high nade.
I was going to say, where is that nade going?
Okay.
Oh, he's trying to throw it into the... oh, he spotted him. Did Bram see him too?
No.
Nope, no idea. No idea whatsoever.
Not at all. Still thought he was in the concrete. So now Rax has his entire concrete to himself, but he can't use it anymore because it's not in the circle.
Ooh, Marsalek goes down. This is going to be huge on Maro. Maro cannot focus anymore in that direction. Marsalek was the one holding the angle up towards where Rax was, and this is actually going to allow for him to push out.
Oh, the grenade's coming out. There's no smoke there. They know, and he's on the edge as well. It's going to bounce. It's going to bounce over the top. Both of them goes taken out. Ab! He was going to play Snake. He's going to play Spoiler, and he spoils the top fragging team in the lobby right now. What an insane nade.
That was absolutely insane. Not only the way he threw it there, but the bounce in the end just over the rock. Double headshot with a nade is not something you see too often, but holy cow, that one was right on the money. There was no counterplay to it as well. No. He'd hear the click on the rock and just explodes immediately. No way they could have done anything there.
That's right there. Bolin's going to try and take the fight with Rax. It is the final phase. Everyone's going to get pushed in close to the center. Right now, everyone has their cover. They've got cover from each other, but Rax is getting tagged up. Ab against us duo, all against us duo right now. He is a solo. It is just him versus the world right now. He spots out Bolin just from the edge of the smoke. He tags him up. 50 HP a pop for both of these players.
It's going to be pretty interesting to see here. I mean, the circle center is on a low point, and they all have their little dip to hide behind. So, who will make that first move? Seems like AAB will make that first run on up. Gets headshotted, but he's still alive. Bolin knows he hit him a couple of times, so he's, of course, going to try and see if he can get the finish off. But, oh, my lord, the timing just gets down behind that rock. But it's very limited, right? I mean, it's like there's only one place he can be here. Rax might have heard the steps, too.
I've been not fighting Bolin, and
if
Rax
Bolin can get to that next rock, though, he has a rock that is a little further, and that could be him buying enough time to force the other guys into the open. Rax gets down one.
He's going to take on the fight with Bolin. Bolin's got a grenade out right now. Rax, he's going to be lying down. The grenade is going to bounce just a bit short right now. Rax and Bolin, they both have this rock to use, but Bolin, his sight has been covered by a smoke, so he has no idea. He thinks he's pushed up right close to that smoke. And now Rax, he doesn't know where he's in the smoke. So it's just a matter of, can you get the information that you need? Can you hear the footsteps? And I think Bolin might have a clue, but the blue taking a bit of damage, you don't want to do that. Rax, he's got the rock. He's got the better position right now, but Bolin has just put him out. Right, he knows exactly what to do. Go around the other way and see if you can get a better angle onto Rax. You don't want to take the fight, but Rax, he takes the first shots. No one trades any shots. It's just holding angles. The headshot comes out. Bolin, 2 HP. Rax is going to go for the push. He's going to flush him out, and there we go. Rax, through thick and thin, holding from everyone in that compound. 5 kills for his team. The Dream Duo, they do take this final game on week 3 for Season 7 Wingman. Let's see if that was enough. 5 kills. And that was all by himself.
That was pretty interesting ending. AAB did everything he could to help him leave that compound. He, of course, did a big margin of it himself, taking down Bram in the escape. But Rax with the win, and as you said right there as well, Talha, 5 kills to it in the end game. That is impressive feat for sure, but will be enough. Only time
we don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to let the points get added up. We're going to have a look at some of those insane kills. I want to see some of the sniper shots as well. And we might be able to see that double kill with, what was his name? The Bram, yeah, the double kill. Let's see from his perspective how that worked out, because it looked like both of them just lined up. And
it must have been one of those on top of each other kind of things, because it was like boom, boom, both of them
boom,
down.
Straight away dead. But unfortunately, full force backstab. 0 kills out in 15th place in that game.
Yeah, that was a tough break for them. When we talked about these northern rotations, they even were on one of the more quiet sides of the circle. But things just did not end up going their way whatsoever when it came down to those fights that were caught in the open. Forced into fights neither of them wanted. But one player that stood out here, Marsalek, really had a good thing going for him. And this one from his...
Oh, God.
Helmet gone.
Yep, there's Bram. Insane. I've always said I want to see flashbang. Oh yeah, they just lined up. I was like, I always want to see flashbangs being utilized more, and suddenly there wasn't really much room for them in the competitive scene. But now players are choosing to use them a lot more, as well as Molotovs as well, with the new buffs that have happened.
The thing with the flashbang is that you never have any idea whether you hit a guy or not, right? Yeah. So you could be like, oh, I'm gonna flash him and run in, and then you had, I mean, it didn't hit him at all, and he's just waiting for you.
And sometimes they have the hand up as if they are flash, but they're not fully flash.
So it's kind of tricky to work around and use them well, but of course, I mean, there's plenty of room for it in the meta and everything. So
it's useful flushing out rooms. Yeah. Indeed. But that was your final game for the EU Wingman series. That is week 3 concluded. We've had 4 games. We've had 12 games. Do you like that, Toby?
Math.
quick math. Right there, you've had 12 games to fight it all out, and it's only the top 16 of the EU region get through to the finals, and they get to play for 40,000. Not only that, it's also 40,000 for NA and South America. NA will be decided on Monday. We've already got South America in, but now it is to see what the scoreboard is showing as soon as it comes up, and I'm excited to see. I really, really hope full force Backstab. They had such an insane week. They were really pulling it out of the bag, but they weren't that far ahead. They weren't that deep in the top 16.
Yeah. If that last game is all it came down to, of course, I mean, all the games technically matter equally.
Yeah.
But it's just always when you have the points lined up,
Yeah.
you see things, and then it comes down to that one last game, especially considering how well they've played today. 2 wins and a 3rd place, that's an insane performance. And if that just
the final game.
Imagine it being like 1 or 2 points, right?
Yeah, no, it is that. And I'm pretty sure.
It was crazy close. It was 1 point difference for a lot of these teams.
Yeah, no, and this is the thing about the point system. Because of the amount of points that you get for the kills, it is just 1 point difference. And Full Focus and Backstab got 1 point from that game.
1 point.
1 point for their placement, but topping that lobby.
Yeah.
Despite having 7 kills, they just didn't get high enough. Bonzo Clan's in 2nd place. Dream Duo do finish first with 5 kills and 30 points. Adding to their overall leaderboard. Eyeballers, another good team. Let's see the overall ranking after game 4. Full Focus and Backstab is 80 points this week. Dream Duo 82, 2 points extra.
Dream Duo actually surpassed Full Focus. That's pretty impressive feat. Half their kills of today came in the last game. Holy cow. Same placement points, but that 1 kill extra made it work for them.
Here we go, moment of truth. Let's go. Beauty and the Beast still fragging out in the other lobby, but let's have a look down at the bottom. Where is it? No!
They're out by 2 kills.
It could have been that game.
They would have been
There's
in
better
2.
placement there. Anything.
2 kills. It's 4 points out.
Bonzo Clan as well.
Wow.
They're out. They're 114 points. They had an insane last game. I don't know if that would have been enough if they it probably would have been enough if they came first.
Yeah. That is absolutely insane.
Like, sitting at home, you guys are looking at this, you must be absolutely devastated. And I mean, you should be. You guys played insane PUBG.
Wait, OP and Bram, they made it in by 1 kill. That was the last 2 kills that Bram got there that secured them the spot. That is absolutely insane. Kudos, Bram.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Kudos, Bram. Those 2 kills and carrying it on. Yeah, those 2 kills really like pushed you through. Like that's what I mean. These point systems, it makes it fun to actually watch PUBG.
Oh yeah.
You know, back when
PUBG's always fun, Talha. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Toby. I'm wrong. It has always been fun to watch. That's what I meant. No, I mean, at the start, it's like Formula 1 for me. Like, when you have a team that's absolutely dominating, they just run away with it. You know, with the old point system. With the new point system, it keeps everything very close. And it comes down to the last game. Yeah. And that's what makes it so much entertaining. And those guys that just missed out by a couple of points for qualifying for the finals. Absolutely. You should be devastated, but you should be proud because you guys played some insane PUBG, and it really shows the caliber that is required for Wingman.
Oh yeah,
nonetheless, and it should just you should also use Wingman as a proving ground.
Also, I mean, for all these guys, I know a lot of these guys they're playing the competitive scene as well in the squad scenario, but playing a duo here, if you get that one guy with you, it can transfer so easily over if you're playing as a team as well in a squad setting. Sometimes you have those 2 guys left alive. Sometimes you're just splitting 2 compounds. Having a good synergy with that one teammate of yours, that can be really, really, really helpful to a full squad scenario as well.
I mean, that's basically how a lot of the competitive scene is played. You kind of split up, you 2-2, and you have those wingmans in those games. You just want to survive as long as possible. Exactly. But nonetheless, that concludes week 7, I was going to say, Season 7 for EU Week 3. We'll see you guys in the final next week, but also stick around. We're going to go to a short break because we've got the LATAM stuff coming up next. That is the Latin American Masters coming up. Ooh. That is a full squads game, so don't go anywhere. That's going to be me, Toby, and...
Renee.
Renee, there we go. We call him Renee all the time.
Wow.
Sorry, Renee, I love you. So it's going to be me, Toby, and Renee. We're going to be bringing all that action till the early hours in the morning, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this short break.